to Joe Budden. No, Rory and Ma.
It's Parks. It's Parks.
What's happening?
Is this 235?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the Joe Budden Podcast, episode 235. I'm your humble and gracious host, Joe Budden, here with a few of my nearest and dearest friends. Maul is here, Parks is here, Rory is here, Erickson is here, Savon is here. I want to shout out to the Spotify community. I want to shout out to our YouTube viewership. I want to shout out to all parties listening currently, no matter who you are and where you are. I'll be honest. Well, gentlemen, how are you doing, first of all?
Good.
I'm good.
Much better
Good
today.
due to the circumstances.
Yeah.
No, I'm not letting that rock today. I'm good rock today. Nope.
Well,
Sorry.
how are you? Let's start there.
I'm not letting it rock because now is an important time to not let it rock. I'm all right. I'm as all right as I could be. Mm-hmm. But I'm not letting y'all's I'm good rock today because, we were on tour. We were on the road when we found out.
Yeah.
After that show, it's probably the first time in a long time that we've all told each other that we love each other.
Yeah.
I think because we understand, we just are like-minded and understand a few things when shit like this happens, right? But I'll speak for myself. I went home and my house is so consumed with whatever it's consumed with that not once has the conversation come up about how all of this affects me as a black man in entertainment that has to move and shake in strange areas. Mm-hmm. So
Let's have that conversation.
I'll ask you guys again, how are you guys doing? And that's not just for me, because you niggas hang with the niggas. Parks, Rory, Maul, you probably always in the hood somewhere. Mm-hmm. We talk a lot about PTSD on this podcast, and with what's happening, like how could niggas not have it seeing what you see with such tragic and graphic images uploaded?
Right.
I did my best to avoid those images.
Me too.
Successfully, I might add.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's that goes back to the conversation we had about anxiety and shit like that, and that was one of the things I said. Well, I don't like going places, and I don't like being in crowds and around people that I really don't know. But it's again, it is trauma. Seeing things like this, it affects you mentally in ways that I don't even think a lot of people understand yet. I don't think a lot of people understand the imprint that this puts on your mentality and moving forward in life. A lot of people were spreading images and just seeing things online and reading things and seeing the reactions after, and I've seen a lot of younger people saying I wasn't alive when Pac and Big died.
Yeah,
I wasn't old enough to feel it, but I imagine this is how it feels.
Yeah, I was one of those people too.
And and I'll be honest, they were right.
Yeah.
Because I was 14, 15 around those years, and this is how it felt. It was like just a eerie feeling that just came over you, even if you never met these gentlemen personally. It's just the effect that it has on you from listening to their music, from listening to interviews and seeing how they moved around, and even from afar, it affects you.
Yeah.
And the bigger thing to me was the amount of love that was shown from people who had never met Nipsey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like never even come across his path, and the things that they were saying and how much people were hurt by it. It says a lot to the type of person that Nipsey was and is.
Yeah, I want to get into that as well.
Well, quickly more with the PTSD thing and being out with social anxiety and things of that nature. What really fucked me up about this was I think Nipsey deemed that space to be safe.
Right.
Which makes things even more scary.
Right.
And people that I won't say trusted, but was around.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's what really fucked me up. It's like, all right, even spaces that I swear are mine.
And you can control.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even then it's unsafe.
Right.
Yeah, but I understand that. I guess that part is not so shocking to me because unfortunately, we've seen this movie a million times. I'm quite sure Stack felt safe
Of course.
in Far Rock. I'm quite sure Chinks felt safe in Queens. I'm quite sure, the list goes on and on of people that were home when this type of thing occurred.
Yeah.
I'll never
Places they were uplifting at that too.
Yeah.
And felt the love.
I'll never grow I'll never be desensitized to these images that are uploaded. Maul, me and you were together trying to kind of get things in real time, and even as certain things were being uploaded, I would tell you like the video of Lauren when she found out. I'm cool.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I want to see.
Yeah,
that's
that's tasteless.
It's the last thing that I want to see. I kind of had that feeling when Triple X died and they posted his body.
Yeah.
But with Nip, I just felt like he didn't deserve this. He didn't deserve to go out like that. And he certainly didn't deserve for that to be the last image that some people got to see. Not a man of that much class and integrity. So all of that was disturbing. Like Park said, I tried my best to stay away from it. Where do we begin here? Well, let's start with rest in peace, rest in paradise.
Yeah.
To the young king Nipsey Hussle, who was gone at the young tender age of 33 years old. That's the other part that has me fucked up. Nip was 33. I think Cliff was 32. These are really young brothers.
Yeah.
I don't know how Tech was, but these are just really young brothers that have left us in the first quarter of 2019. And that's the other part that has me just like acknowledging this eerie energy. We're only in the first quarter of 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody else say something.
It's tough to digest, man.
Yeah. And just shitty energy. I know a lot of people make jokes about that new year, new me thing, but I've always felt if you want to use something as a new cycle to start over, I'm with it.
Right.
So it's really shitty that the first part of your year is cycling with this type of energy.
Right.
And it's also, again, man, I just can't stop thinking about Nip because of the type of person that he was. Like, he showed love to everybody. And
everywhere.
Everywhere. And it's like, when something like this happens to good people, it hurts. Because it's like, here's a guy that played the game the right way, who moved the right way, who never was any tabloids for doing no wild shit. Was always, anytime you hear somebody talking about him, it's positive. It's like, yo, he's really doing it right. He's moving right. And it's like, if that could happen to him, and he played it the right way,
right?
Like, he played the game the right way, and that still happened to him.
And that's why this feels this way.
Yeah.
All any of us could ever hope for each day is that death doesn't hit too close to home. This one feels really close to home on so many different fronts. Forget the people that actually were privileged enough to know him, honored enough, privileged enough to meet him, the people that felt connected to him through his music, the people that had no idea of his music, but his character spoke so in so many volumes. This hurts just on a lot of levels. This hurts as a black man leading the New Age revolution, as a father. As a father, that's our worst nightmare, that we don't return home to our children, to our wives, to our abodes, to what we've built. For this to happen to him, I'm shaking a bit.
Yeah, I think a lot about the people around him too, like his family, obviously, but even his producers and co-collaborators and stuff like that.
Just the amount of people he employed.
Yeah.
Not even from a musical standpoint, just from that strip where he was killed at.
Yeah.
And everything he was doing in the community, just outside of people that didn't know them and how fucked up. Like, everyone's like, damn, I didn't think someone I didn't know this would affect me that much.
Right.
I can only imagine the people that did know him and the length that he's put himself out there in his community, how they feel.
Yeah.
Because I feel like shit. And I wouldn't say Nipsey and I have had a personal relationship. So I can only imagine.
Yeah. But before the show, that shit, it really bothered me, man. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I was, I shed tears, and But it was more so because I know that this won't be the last, and it wasn't the first. And I think that's what as I get older, you start, you look at life differently. You start thinking about shit differently. And it's like, it's unfortunate what happened to Nipsey, but it's like, where do we go from here? Like, when does it stop? You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think I cried, because I knew that, one, they took a great man from us and from his family. But then it's like, I know that this won't be the last. We'll be here again. You know what I'm saying? And that's the unfortunate thing about it. And I know it's not, people don't like to think about it in times like this, but it's the reality. Like, I've seen this before. I've sat through this before. I've witnessed this before. So now it's like, when does it stop? And like, again, it happened to somebody that played it the right way.
Right.
Who was not, doing anything negative. Like, he was in his community where he felt loved, where he felt was home, and right in front of the store that he built and worked hard for, to employ people and be back in his community and be tangible, to show people in his community, like, yo, even though you're from here and it's fucked up around here, you can still make it.
Yeah.
You can still do positive things, and you can still be here and touch the people. And so I think that's why this one hurts. This one hurts a little more to me, not because I knew Nip on a serious level like that, but from watching from afar, I knew what type of guy he was. And for a good guy to be taken out like that, is like, that shit hurts, man.
Yeah, and to your point there, it was almost like a really shitty metaphor of killing hope, that he was killed right there. Mm-hmm. Everything, like someone who I think was just starting to really get into their shit too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From every standpoint, like the community stuff, music-wise, Victory Lap.
To be into
just,
the things
just getting into
that he was
real.
into at 33 years old, stem cell research.
Yeah.
Like, it's you're talking about a guy who was very clear in his mission.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You were saying, Rory.
Yeah, no. So I just think someone, he was finally, and granted, he'd been doing these things for 5, 6, 7 years already, but someone who I think was really finding themselves in the next chapter of their life. Like, everything was just starting to come together for him in all aspects of his life.
Right.
Like, Nipsey he was the Grammy nom and the music shit. Like, he was just starting to get to that tier of mainstream rapper, not just someone that we all love.
Right.
All the shit he was doing in the community was finally, he's meeting with police chiefs and all that shit. Buildings, like, everything was just kind of coming together, I felt like, for Nip.
Right.
So that's why I was like, damn.
And I think that's one of the reasons that this hits on just so many different accords, because we're laying to rest a rapper / actor / entrepreneur / community leader / activist, visionary. I mean, there are a million. He wore many hats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and more than well.
And that's what as I said on my Instagram post, what's striking is all of the photos being posted and all of the videos that are being posted are personal interactions that this man had with the entire industry, with his hood, with his community.
Yeah.
They're not just Googled images.
Yeah.
This man went out of his way to be of the people, to touch people, and he succeeded in that. So this one just hurts a father,
Yeah.
someone's soulmate. Lauren just posted, finally, Jesus, my prayers are with you. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine it.
Me either.
And subconsciously, I just think it's a fear that many artists live with.
Yeah. Entertainers in general, I think.
Yeah. Black ones, to be specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think people have that fear, especially in certain environments.
Naturally, his music has gone up. They say 3,000%. The streams, the outpouring of the overwhelming love and support. I was saying, well, the first thing I said was, this is exactly the podcast that I wanted to call out of. I didn't want to come and do this one.
No.
Right.
This is probably the first time that, I always feel like we're pretty blessed to be able to come in here twice a week and kick it with our friends just about shit. But sometimes this job calls for much more than you could imagine.
Yeah.
Like, I joke a lot on here, and I open with, men don't really speak.
No.
We don't really communicate.
Especially not about our fears.
Yeah, so sometimes this podcast, I cried my whole way here. Blasting Nipsey. I've been blasting Nipsey since we found out.
Yeah, me too.
And just randomly, I'll just start crying because I was talking to Maul. These songs, boy, they hitting me different. God damn it, they're hitting me. They're hitting me different. And I'm not going to be the guy that, relates everything to Pac, but this happened with X because his music was in that vein. We don't have to talk about Pac, but Nipsey's music, I'm talking about the old shit too. Like,
yeah,
all of it.
Cryptic to a degree.
So it seems like that's, and again, back to what I was saying, it seems like that's always the case, which is why I'm like, I've seen this before. I felt this before, you know what I mean? And it's like whenever we lose somebody that just thought on the frequency that Nip did, like, just his thought process, the way he moved and things that he, looked forward to. Like, he had a vision and he had a plan. He was a thinker. He was a doer. And, when you have somebody like that and you put them in front of a mic and allow them to just speak what is in their heart and in their mind, a lot of it in their passing when they're no longer in the physical is going to seem like they were speaking from the other side and speaking from that experience of, like, this is what I was trying to do. And, if I'm no longer here, the job for y'all is to keep pushing, keep going. Like he said, the marathon. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of his lyrics, as you sit back and just reflect, but that's the beautiful thing about our culture is that, when you have, we're blessed to have someone like Nipsey come through in our time, and they leave behind their work for us, and they leave behind their words and their wisdom and their knowledge. It's our job to go back and pick up those jewels that we might have overstepped, and to pick up his baton and keep moving forward. So I think that's our job as a hip hop culture. We have to pay homage to Nip by pushing forward with what his vision was, and the things that he believed in, and the things that he spoke about through his music.
Well, that's where the saying "real niggas don't die, they just multiply" comes from.
Absolutely.
But that's why on the stage I said we lost a real one. We're gonna need a lot more real ones. Like,
absolutely,
you want to keep those practices going. In the new age world, it kind of calls for new age leaders, and for me, and I'm sure many other people, Nip was one of those people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I don't think you can properly mourn someone like Nip who put everything into action without action.
Right.
We could talk about his actions all day, but I think he would look at us on some sucker shit if that's all we did.
Right.
Because that was someone that was just about action. Mm-hmm. So there's no way we can properly keep a legacy going by just talking about Nipsey.
No, we have to do
by
it.
any means.
Yeah, you have to do it.
He preached it and he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, real estate, just investing, giving back, being there, being accessible, just showing, just being that glimmer of hope.
Change.
Yeah, this one stings. This one stings a bit.
And to be clear, it's gonna hurt for a long time. It's gonna.
The energy is weird, Maul.
Yeah, it's gonna be
the
weird
energy
for a long time.
is off. It's off.
Yeah, and it will be for a while, because again, this was somebody that had so much promise and was doing it the right way.
That's why I wanted to get with him, though. Like that's why I said at the show that he was one of my inspirations behind the pull up, and I wanted to get with him so we could combine platforms to just amplify the message, because it's not too many people preaching it that way and living it that way.
Yeah, I remember when you came in here, maybe it was last year, and I think Karen had reached out, and we're so particular with our guests. He was like, "Yo, would y'all want to have Nipsey on?" And everyone in the room was like, "We always here to talk to Nipsey."
Yeah,
and it's definitely painful that we didn't get that opportunity, but it's just more a funny sense of how many times all of us have come in here like, "Yo, opportunity for a guest," and it's like, "Nah, I don't know about that." Joe said Nipsey. Every single person in the room was, of course.
Yeah,
we always want to talk to Nipsey.
Yeah. I'm super glad that he was able to hear some of the kind words that I had for him before he left. And I don't know, man. I envision shit being fucked up for a little while.
Yeah.
This one is wearing heavy on a lot of people.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, hopefully someone else can come in and take over the reins of what he was doing, though. Another young leader.
Yeah.
We need that.
Well, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
It's a collect. It should be a collective.
I agree.
You know, it should be everyone should do their part, and everybody should push forward in his dream and his vision and things that he wanted to do.
The cops look sad reporting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the police chief said that he was in disbelief that he read Nipsey Hussle 3 times over to make sure it was real.
Well, me too. When I was in the fucking van and I read that Nip got shot, and I looked back to Maul like, that's what I'm hearing, but well, let's ignore that for now. And then the details just kept coming out, and they kept coming out, and oh man, you just never news that you want to see.
No.
They caught Homeboy yesterday.
Yeah, they caught him at a mental clinic in Lakewood, California.
Boy, I wish that move was preemptive. I wish he would have took whatever feelings he was overwhelmed with after that first confrontation and ran to a mental health facility instead of doing it afterward. Mm-hmm. I was a little shocked that he had checked in there under his real name, with there being a nationwide search for him.
Well, just a theory. I think that was on purpose. I think he wanted to get caught. I think he wanted to get caught in a mental clinic.
Self-defense is coming.
I don't think self-defense is coming. I know he has a
not
history.
self-defense, insanity.
Yeah, I know he does have a history of mental issues. So, I'm not saying that doesn't exist. I do think there was some thinking in purposely getting caught at a mental clinic. Just my thought. You can tell me to go fuck myself. Just my thought.
No, I wouldn't, because between Homeboy's Instagram, which who knows if he's running or not, so don't take that as word as bond. And between the young lady that was driving the white truck, her statement of, I was in the dark about the whole thing. I didn't know a thing about it. You could do your own piecing of shit together to see that, no, there's a plan in place.
Yeah.
So I
sure.
don't think you're off in that.
Yeah.
The first thing I thought was, that's a little odd if you're trying to avoid capture. But yeah, no. Yeah, insanity plea on the way.
That's where I think it's going to happen.
And I think
because he's not going to survive in jail.
Yeah, and but away from that, I think more will be revealed surrounding this whole event. Like, I think more is to come. I don't think this is just it. You know what I mean? Like, something like that doesn't happen to somebody like Nipsey, and it was just a murder.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there has to be. It's just my thinking. Like, he was too loved and too, important of a person to be killed like that, and it was just like for some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this. I'm just thinking it has to be a bigger story.
Well, people are putting some stock in the very cryptic tweet of his that said, "It's a blessing to have strong enemies." If in a moment of me just shooting the shit, I don't think that was referring to Mr. Holder at all.
I don't either.
I think that the tweet and what occurred are two totally unrelated incidents.
Yeah, I agree with you.
What else is there? What else is there to cover about all of this? Is there anything that I'm missing? Is there anything that we're missing? No amount of words could begin to express how not only we're feeling, but I'm sure many of you are feeling as well.
And the important thing, again, the showing of love and support, I just don't want it to fade for his family. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to love and support the family right after and a couple months after, but it's important for us as a whole to always check in on his family and his kids and, the people that were close to him and that loved him, years after this, because it doesn't get easier.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that he left it out. He left it all on the floor. He did it. Like, he left no stone unturned.
I think it's important to celebrate his life and his accomplishments in all of our sorrow. You know what I mean?
Not to repeat myself, I think the best way to celebrate it is to do it.
Yeah.
To do exactly what it was.
So they're saying please stream all of his music. He was one of the lucky ones that owned their masters. And this is that time where it comes up just how important it is to own your masters and why we have that conversation about ownership.
Yeah.
Because it's the only thing that you can pass down. Nip knew that. He preached it. He rapped it. So yeah, stream all that shit, man.
Word.
Yeah, let's get Victory Lap in the top 10 Billboard. I think it's doable.
Stream it and buy it for what it's worth. A lot of his stuff is buyable, which is not the case with a lot of mixtape, artists and mixtapes. So buy all that shit. That
$10 is going right to him.
Yeah.
And I want to encourage all of my young kings out there to and this may not be the time for it, but it is the time for it. I encourage all of you to have your affairs in order. None of us plan for death at such a young age, or maybe many of us don't. But it's important. Control is but a mere illusion, and none of us are in control of the reins. Each day is a blessing, and you just never know when it could be the end. One of my worst nightmares is having the hood have to preach to my son about, or my kids about, my legacy, because I'm no longer there. But in Nip's passing, I realized that's a blessing. I can find gratitude in having left such strong of a stamp that your name, that's kind of what they mean when they say all you have is your word and your name.
Yeah.
That's what they mean. It lasts much longer than us.
Right.
And I see that. All right, listen, I'm not playing outstanding. Is there anything else that we forgetting to talk about with Nip?
No, I mean, I think, like Maul said, it's going to be an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
I certainly not going to be the last time we discuss this. So. And
also, man, more importantly, to the young up and coming kings and leaders of the community, man, take this as just think back on all the positive things Nip did and he said and what he was doing in the community, and he can live through us if we move forward with his plan and what he was doing. So it's important that we take this as a lesson, man, and just change the way we move and change the way we talking and the things we think about. Be thinkers, be doers, and stop being so quick to follow the dumb shit. It's cool to be smart. It's cool to be a boss and own shit. It's cool to be, different from what they think we are and what they think our capabilities are. Like Nip was an example of, we are leaders. We're kings. We're bosses. We can uplift our communities. We can stay in our communities and build.
Invest.
And keep all money in, like you said, in our communities. Right.
Think right. Live healthy. Live long. Invest in things that appreciate, not depreciate.
Right.
Build up your brother and your sister. Shining example on so many different fronts, man.
Yeah. Quickly want to thank Nick Cannon for taking over the documentary that Nip was doing.
Yeah, that's dope.
I think that's a
Did he
great
take
thing.
it over, or did he say he would be more than welcome to?
I believe he's in the process of doing so.
That would be great. I never thought that the doc was in jeopardy because Nip and Hove, because of the Nip and Hove relationship.
Right.
I just can't see Hove letting that dwindle down.
No.
Yeah.
Before we end it, there was a lot of that talk going around about the doc he was doing and some of these conspiracy theories revolving it. Like I said at the show, my respect for that man was entirely too high for me to pay attention to or think about a conspiracy theory at this moment in time. I'm in mourning still. I know his fans, his family, his friends are in mourning still. I know his neighborhood is in mourning still. I'm not so familiar with gang culture, but I know there's a real strong community ethic involved.
Yeah.
So my heart just goes out to everybody. My heart goes out to everybody. And please, I want everybody to be careful in your endeavors. Let me say that to all the artists out there that have to take the cape off and then have to put it on when you go out into the world. There's this sense of understanding between us all because only we kind of understand what we all have to endure. But when you go out in the world and you put that cape on, just please, 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 please be careful in all of your endeavors. With that, I'm not playing outstanding. I would like to dedicate this entire episode to Nipsey Hussle and his family, his friends, again, his loved ones. Ocean Views is going to be my outstanding for the day. So.
Ocean Views, small circle is the chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we robbed a few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Ocean Views, small circle is the chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we robbed a few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Blessings.
The other thing before I attempt to exit this Nipsey talk is the bevy of information that will not be passed down to his child.
Yeah.
What a bright man. Another black father taken away and not being able to pass down all of his knowledge. That's the part that... Listen, maybe I'm just fucking talking about some of my fears, but...
No, but
that's reasonable
why,
fear.
I think that's also why this fucked so many people up.
Yeah.
It's something that can happen to a lot of people.
Listen, if that happened to Nip, it could happen to anybody. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah.
You can't be that good of a person and do that many great things for your community and that loved by your community and still be killed in your community like that. Like, that can happen to anybody. And that's why it hurts so many, because when they say, oh, this hits close to home, it's because you can feel that. It's like, damn, like he was where he was loved, where he was celebrated, and this happened.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my psyche or my jadedness or what, my depression that just has me feeling like it's geographically set up this way.
What you mean?
To go where he was doing so many things at?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, he died at home.
Yeah.
He died in front of all that he worked for. He died, they're petitioning now to change the corner to his name. Not certain that he would want that. I don't know. But he just died in front of, I'm forced to think that he died in a place that he valued much more than America does.
Oh, for sure.
Without question.
Which leads me to, I learned about this place through geography. I hated social studies in school, but geography and just how this is set up with police sectors and school districts and just how this country is built, it leads me to the land of the free maybe being the greatest marketing strategy ever.
Right.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking that way.
Yeah, even the way they divide up the election districts to work in their favor.
Of course.
Yeah, it can't be free will if I believe for it to be set up a certain way.
Right.
And I think Nipsey fought for the changing of just a lot of different infrastructures.
A lot of the old systems and the way things were built years ago, that we were still operating on the old grid. It was like, this has to change. And it's just...
And be clear, I never think that fight is for us.
Right.
Like, let me be clear. I don't think that Martin and Malcolm and niggas was fighting for them. They was fighting for the next generation.
Right.
I don't believe a lot of the work that, Nip, Hove, whoever you want to name, that they're doing, that is for us to reap the benefits today.
Right.
Even the work that we do, the work that many people do when you're of a certain cause, it's for our kids and grandkids to benefit from.
Right.
It's true.
So I am enjoying these announcements of the different artists that are getting their masters. I'm enjoying the highlighting of it.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
All right, so where do we go? Well, where did we go? We're fresh from tour.
Yeah.
Fresh
My whole
off.
fucking life is a podcast.
That is true.
That is very true.
Is it affecting any of you guys just yet? Y'all always come on here and try to be so cool, but this is therapy for everyone. Come on, share.
It's affecting in a positive way, I think, for me. I don't think it's affecting me in a negative way. and I don't want to, say that before anything negative happens. But so far,
listen, I love Park's little wood table.
Yeah.
Knock on,
That's good solid
knock
right
on
there.
Park's table.
So far,
right here, goddamn it.
yeah. So far for me, it's been it's been positive, man. Again, it's great to get out and meet people that listen to you and tune into you on a weekly basis and get to know them and get to see them and put faces to the people that you speak to online and stuff like that. Like that's always a positive thing. You know what I mean? Like you get to hear some stories and people tell you how you impact their daily lives in a positive way and you help them get through depression and relationship drama and stuff like that.
Listen, this might be some of you guys' first rodeo. I don't know. I'm not saying that to be insulting. It's certainly not my first rodeo. I've never seen no shit like this.
Oh yeah, no.
Let me be very clear. Rory's been around.
No,
I ain't never seen nothing like. Park's been around. We all been around actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. Y'all seen some shit like this before?
No.
Tell the truth.
No.
Like I'm blown away. We be having a show to do, so we got to be cool. But to put this in perspective for me, I don't know how y'all internalize things. Mm-hmm. We made more in the meet and greets than I made in the Rage Tour.
Mm-hmm. Right. The meet and greets is like the best part, by the way. Like really getting
Meet and greets it.
Yeah, you niggas crazy.
It's wild because the podcast, we talk so much about our personal lives on here twice a week that like during the meet and greets, our listeners will say some shit, be like, how the fuck you know that about me?
Right.
It's like, oh, you said it in episode 175.
Yeah, y'all
Mark.
be knowing the episodes.
I'm like,
shut up.
I'm like, wait, I said that? Like, it's great that, what was it, like 3,000 people in LA? Whatever the number was.
Like
that looked nuts.
That shit was like one big inside joke. It was like one big family that knew everything.
I want to apologize to LA because we tried to do some crowd interaction shit, and I forgot that the weed is legal. Like, I forgot niggas be bugging.
Yeah, there was a big ass bar.
Yeah, they ain't trying to come on stage and fuck with niggas. Yeah. So my apologies to LA for not recognizing what was going on out there.
Yeah, I did appreciate some of the fans that were like, "Yo, I see what y'all tried to do."
Yeah,
and we appreciate that. But
yeah, we had it set up. We put too much faith in yeah.
But nonetheless, it was a good show.
No, it definitely was.
Those theaters, man, shit.
And in Oakland, we had to survive. We had to make it through the sad and tragic news. But those theaters, they are beautiful.
Beautiful. Compared to the shit we used to be doing?
I can't believe that a podcast is like touring. What other podcasts are touring this way? I'm not saying that to like
to stunt,
pat ourselves on the back.
No, I don't know, honestly.
I know some that do the spot dates here and there, but city to city?
Yeah.
Well,
who the fuck do y'all niggas think y'all are?
Right. Well, no, it's not to take shots at other podcasts at all. But I just think our shit is authentic. And I think people want to come and be in the room because they feel like they're part of this podcast. They feel like they're part of this conversation. Mm-hmm. So it's a much easier sell when you have that authenticity. We're all friends. Like, just being in the environment and atmosphere of that.
I just want to point out to Rory that nothing he just said take shots at any podcast except for the part where he says, I don't want to take shots at the other podcast. I'm just pointing that out.
You know how sensitive people are and they take things like, I'm subbing another podcast.
Lost the edge.
Yeah, the other podcast
but
is sensitive.
I think people just want to come because I thought when we first started doing this how weird it was that people wanted to buy tickets to watch people talk.
I didn't know that.
Well, you know what it is too, Rory? It's I think it's
more than that. We got to stop minimalizing it and marginalizing it that way.
It's just that the audience we speak to is large, and the type of people we speak for is larger than I think we expected it to be. And it's just a time where a lot of people just want to get their shit together, man. So if they could come and listen to a podcast every week and get some information and be entertained at the same time,
bro, I'd be so amazed with the international listenership. Like they DM or send an email, and they don't even speak English properly. Like
they still want to get their shit together. They want to do some shit. They want to build some shit.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. I would bring a date to a live podcast. I would. I don't know.
I think it's a good date.
I don't know how I would find it because I'm not the Yelp dude. I don't really get into my Yelp bag like Johnny and Rye Guy.
I don't want to see our Yelp reviews.
Yeah, no. I don't do that. I think that's like reserved for. That's like part of white people culture. Yelp reviews.
You think so?
Yeah, Yelp reviews. You ever left one more?
No, hell no.
I left one once.
Of course you did.
Yeah, just one.
I know Rory left
I just
something.
go back into the restaurant
have the
that
app.
they service was shitty. I
Rory,
go back in the spot.
Rory leaving him under all the Duce shit. Like, get out of here.
We don't even have a
Stop
Yelp.
trying to play the game. You know Rory bringing all his little Sony tricks to Duce?
Yeah, right.
Oh, it
Strategic
applies.
marketing.
A streaming farm
Marketing is
for
marketing.
a party.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take it.
I will take it too, Rory. For real.
Rory's rich.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not rich.
I learned-
And if he was, we wouldn't be able to tell.
No, he is.
Because you know white boys, they dress the same they did when they was 19.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't care.
Nobody is.
Nobody is.
That is a very false
Let's talk.
perception.
I learned on this tour that Rory and Maul are rich.
Why? I ain't leave the room.
Rich nigga shit.
That's what rich niggas do. They don't
You
move.
can't leave the room,
You don't
man.
move unless the money moves.
Come on, bro.
That room service be expensive, so you know you
Yeah.
got
Why would
money.
Nah, I ordered for the cheap shit.
Yo, speaking of this, let's stay here for 2 seconds. Maul, you're excluded. And this is just totally out the blue. And listeners, don't go adding people. Just shut the fuck up. Just chill out and let us just talk. Listen, on tour, you're famous.
Okay.
Everywhere you go, it's phones out, pictures taken, people in your face, can't really enjoy the time. You're away on tour. You want to eat in the privacy of your own hotel room. You want to eat with a friend. She's a woman. Where do y'all stand on that?
I'm not doing that. I value my life.
Who is the woman?
A platonic friend.
A known.
Platonic friend.
Like super
What is a
known
known platonic friend? Look how girlfriends got us out here.
Y'all niggas is playing semantics.
A
Like, y'all
known
got
platonic fam.
I'll be honest with you. I think Raven is the only girl I can hang out with.
Damn.
That's a known platonic friend.
It's only
like
one girl you can hang out with?
that. I know no matter what, Raven is safe. Like
Okay.
Do you
everyone
hear,
knows Raven and I are friends.
Rory, do you hear yourself, Ivory King?
I'm terrified. You get the tremble in my
I
voice.
hear it.
That's
Yeah,
dope
you
that you
nigga
got.
turning pink right in front of me.
I hear it.
my
That's
natural
dope that you have a
complexion.
non-related person you can do that to. I think I'm reserved to my sisters.
Damn.
But you know, white people, man.
And then y'all ask me
I don't know if
why
you-
I don't
know
have
if
a
you
girl.
can.
I don't want these issues.
Fam, we
I don't
can't,
want this.
We can't
Yeah.
stay in our hotel rooms to avoid being captured on someone's phone and enjoy a meal, room service with our platonic friend.
That's crazy.
Dangerous game.
See, and then y'all wonder why I'm single. I want to be able
'cause you
to
got
eat with a
platonic
platonic friend. Yeah. I want to be able to eat
Finally,
with
a
a platonic
reasonable reason.
friend. I like platonic.
No, no,
I don't want to have to keep
Rory
looking
and
over my
Ma.
shoulder for a phone. And
I only asked
Well,
I only asked Rory and Parks because touring, you know, sometimes society standards shouldn't really be applied when your relationship is deemed unnormal by society's eyes. That's what I'm saying.
I see what you're trying to say.
Touring is nuts.
Yes.
Like, if you really know what goes on in touring, it's the worst shit in the world.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's really and truly.
People think you have mad free time. You
No.
fucking bitches.
There's no time to eat.
Steak
Word.
dinners.
Fam, there's no time to eat. Them steak tacos didn't do nothing.
Not at all.
I didn't even order that.
them shrimp tacos was terrible.
I ordered rice and beans. I didn't order nothing about a steak taco.
Yeah, it's a grind. People don't see that
I
part
was
of it though.
Yeah, you know,
talking to Sam, and she's like, "Oh, when you got to go to the venue, shows at 8." I was like, "Oh, van leave at 3:00." She's like, "Well, y'all getting there 5 hours before." I was like, "Yeah, got to get the pre-show together. We got meet and greets. Got to change. We got to
Sound check.
somehow try to eat and then get on stage
Why
one
do
time."
they think we just show up and talk? What is wrong with them?
No, it's more. It's way
don't
more
know,
to
though.
that.
way more. It's exhaustive, man. I didn't sleep for more than 3 or 4 hours until last night.
Yeah.
Like a week.
Yeah,
It's
Because speaking
also
of the whole
tough
life is a podcast.
when your
Shit.
significant other doesn't understand the road, not just from that, but I might get in trouble for this one. But men will feel me on this one. Joe, you'll get it because
I will
you've
stand
traveled.
with you, and I'm in trouble already.
You've traveled the world a lot of your career. You've been to all these cities multiple times.
You
form relationships, friendships with people on the road that you don't see often, but that's
So whenever
somebody
you're
I
there-
know.
yeah, so
like
whenever
I
you're
got
there, you
people
wanna
that have
spend
helped
some
us out on Palooza anytime we are in LA. This is the staff we're using.
This is
They're our
facts.
friends.
Right.
This and that. Your girl.
There are people that have held us down in various parts of the world when we were away from home and knew of nothing and nobody.
Yeah. Right.
And they came through with the whip and money and drugs.
Right. And I can speak for me.
And safety.
Been doing it for 5 to 6 years. You've been doing it for what? 10, 50, like
more than 10.
Yeah.
But yes.
So you build these relationships and you don't go home and talk about these friends because they're road friends. Like they just road friends.
They don't even care that you don't talk to them when you go home.
And it's strictly a friendship and a support system that you have when you go to these cities, and that's something a significant other would never understand. Why don't I know about her?
Right.
There's nothing to talk about.
Because
all right, Joe. Walk that. It's a fine line.
No, Rory and
I think you've been doing good. I think you've been doing good so far. No. Relax. I think you've been doing good.
You.
No, okay.
Talking to you.
Okay.
I'm talking to you. Right. There are some things that you just can't explain in a relationship.
Yeah.
At all. And then you
like
it's deemed like you're lying or withholding information. Now what's the point of explaining it?
Right.
You're not gonna get it.
There's no right
and there's nothing
answer
wrong going
to
on here. So I'm cool. I feel fine.
Why couldn't you text me here? Like, no, you don't get to pick. You think I get text windows on tour?
Right.
You don't get to pick fucking windows on tour. God damn it! There's no right answer to that.
And this is gonna sound like a cop out.
Let's cop out.
Name a green room y'all have been in that has had great Wi-Fi.
None of them. The whole venue is always bad service and bad. If they have Wi-Fi, it's bad.
Yeah, because everybody's on it trying to use it.
That's a fact.
Fam, on tour, when you sit down to eat, you pull out your phone and do all of the million things that you probably are supposed to do when you're home that you kind of just forget about on tour.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even really get to enjoy your meal. You just have to text and call and email.
And you only got about 10 minutes to eat it anyway, so.
Yeah.
And don't be in a city where you know a few people.
And then they're blowing you up to
guest lists and tickets and what we doing after, and it's just like, all right.
And they always want to text like at showtime.
Yeah, I'm at the door.
Yeah, I'm outside. Come help me.
Okay, I'm getting ready to walk on the stage. What would you like me to do? Like,
right.
I'm the guest today, right?
Yeah, like I can't do anything for you. Your name is on the list.
Well, no, that's why I'm a little. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining.
Yo, you complaining?
But I tweeted. I feel like my whole life is just a tour announcement between the podcast and Palooza. This started the run, so I'm a little nervous with all I have on my plate. Like the 3 or 4 days we have, I feel like I'm preparing to leave and not getting the shit I need done. Then I get on tour and I try to get the shit done that I was doing Monday through Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. And also trying to sleep.
I've been gave up on that.
Word.
So I just
listen. Fuck all of y'all. I booked a trip to Turks the weekend after the tour weekend, thinking that would do it. But now I'm just trying to dead any tour fight before we leave to the trip that was supposed to dead. Never mind.
I don't know what you just said, but I'm praying for you.
I felt it. But that's what I was getting at.
I'm praying for you.
Well, plus the other thing too is you just got done traveling. Now you got to go. Traveling is exhausting.
Yeah.
So you set yourself up for a double header.
But why it seemed like it was only exhausting for her who was home?
Well, no, with everything, and I know you got a shit ton on your plate. Now we also have I'm relating to you.
No, I know.
On top of everything I just named, I also have a relationship. I have a mother.
Yeah.
I have family members. Like,
Well, I
have
ain't
a
even
shit
getting
ton
to
of
mom
people-
yet.
Yeah. Like, I just have to go down the
My mom
list of
cursed
what
me
I'm
out.
gonna neglect.
I ain't see my mom so long. She cursed me out right before we left.
Yeah, like, how about that? How about I miss my mom?
Word.
I'm gonna see my mom. Yeah. Fucking talking about you every day.
Crazy.
Hit that neutral button.
No, Rory and Ma.
Don't put me in your shit.
Anyway, I'm just playing.
Yeah, that wasn't complaining.
Just kidding. Y'all know how Joe do.
We saw a different side of
I do.
saw a different side of Maul at the Rafties.
What side was this?
He was standing on all types of shit.
He can't even look at us and talk. Like, he texting while he talk to us.
No, what
like,
side?
respect us, King.
Yeah, what side? What side y'all saw?
Yeah, it was.
What happened?
It was nuts.
Was I?
I don't think I ever seen those stand on things, Maul.
When Maul starts standing on things,
his feet were on cushions.
Yeah, your feet was on a soft bottom. It looked nuts. It looked nuts.
Listen, I went out to support Rory in the Rafties. You know what I'm saying?
Rory didn't want
I
our
was texting Rory. You know what I'm
He
saying?
didn't want our support.
He did.
He did?
Of course he did.
I would love for my friends to come.
He was. So I was like, I looked him in his eyes, and after the show, I said, I'm gonna roll through there.
Rory ain't even hand us a
Good
stack.
friendship.
Rory ain't even hand us a stack of nothing for going,
We were
right?
at the strip club.
That's the Ravs.
God damn.
That's the Ravs. Go ahead, Ravs.
Not even 500 or something.
For the walkthrough?
Yo, y'all came through.
That's cool. It's,
The last Rafties I see.
it's cool.
What? I got all the people y'all was with, champagne, bottles.
Yeah, it was,
like, you know, I got
how it is.
everything.
A gracious king.
Yeah, that's it.
I stand a gracious ivory king.
Yeah, that wasn't our budget.
But Maul was standing on a soft platform.
Well, no, Maul got to the section and said, "Nah, I need my own." And I was like, "Shit."
Yeah, you ain't even stand with us.
It wasn't nowhere to stand with y'all. What you mean? It was tight.
There wasn't nowhere to stand when I got there. I found a way.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
stood
but-
on Van Lathan's shoulders. It was cool.
Nah, but you know what it was? I had a couple people
Y'all are
with
both
me and
entirely
shit.
so-
So
You have the Parks better leave Van Lathan alone.
I had a couple people with me, and it was just like, you know, I figured. But I was right next to y'all. I
You
wasn't
know,
far.
we were battling
Y'all
Yeah.
did the 6-bottle setup?
Nah, fam. I don't think we did all that.
They said,
the package.
yes, you did.
I was only there for
Two
40 minutes.
Cirocs
matter.
and an Ace.
I was only there for 40 minutes.
They said, no, they tried to press you. They said, for that table, it's going to have to be at least 5 or 6 bottles and a $4,000 minimum. You said, it's us.
No.
It's us.
I didn't do all that. I definitely didn't do
Joe
that.
pulled out the Joe Budden podcast corporate card.
Nah.
Threw it down on the couch.
Nah. We ain't doing it. It was
I
just
think I
40
saved
minutes.
that, though.
Nah, we did 40
Just throw it
minutes.
on
That's
the
my
couch.
version of the story.
Nah.
Nigga threw the Joe Budden podcast corporate card on the couch.
I just figured I would make it more for us, like more space for us.
And then it seemed like every time the beat dropped out, you would have someone next to you would whisper something to. I didn't understand what was happening.
A conversation.
Okay.
You know, conversations. People that you know in different cities haven't seen in a while. Yo, what's up?
Yeah.
Chopping it up. You know what I mean? Yo,
Oh,
how
he
was
was
How was the
chopping.
show?
Oh, he was chopping it up
that was,
there.
that was a chop.
was
That's all that was.
That was a chop.
He was in the
Yeah.
chop section.
Yeah, a little chop.
Chopping it up is like a cooler hood way of networking, right?
Well,
Absolutely,
yeah.
Rory.
They were
Absolutely.
chopping it up while the music was playing.
You gotta get real, you know.
Could they hear you?
Yeah, they heard me.
All right, y'all gonna do future business?
Oh, we're working on that.
Negotiation.
Negotiation.
Negotiating.
That's what that
That's
is.
what it looked like up there.
Yeah, negotiation.
That's the best time to negotiate.
It looked like Maul was negotiating.
Yeah, best time. That's the best time to
I
negotiate.
kept wondering why he wasn't talking to me. And I was like, shit, he's negotiating.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I just was with you for 9 hours.
And then we did the podcast, but we ain't kick it like on a
Drop
personal
any
level,
room
on a
numbers in
spiritual
anyone's ear?
level.
Excuse me?
Drop any room numbers in anyone's ear?
Extra card, extra
no.
key card.
No, it wasn't none of that.
Slip it in her
Ooh.
pocket.
Yeah, Maul was in the club talking about room 112 where the players dwell.
And was staying on
Yo,
the, on
you
the
went
13th
nasty.
floor.
Oh, no,
Yeah, you wasn't even in 112. Oh my God.
no,
You was fronting on room 112?
no, definitely wasn't saying
All
that.
right, my bad. I thought you was.
It was a good time though. The Rafties was cool, man. Good job,
Rafties
Rory.
was fun.
That shit was packed.
The Rafties was It was a lot of beautiful women that you couldn't make your way to.
See, this is
That's
why I
what
tried to
happens in
create
LA
more
clubs.
space for us.
Well, no. I'm engaged.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
I wasn't
I'm just
trying
saying.
to do
I was
that
trying to
anyway.
create more space for those who would like to engage in.
I'll tell you what.
Rory, and Parks was
Savon
chilling.
made his way.
We were.
Savon made his way.
I saw Savon for 2 hours the entire weekend.
First of all, Savon, since the moment we landed in Los Angeles, did not answer one of my phone calls, did not answer one of my text
Nah,
messages.
he different. He different
I
on
did
the
not
West Coast.
see him until maybe like midway through the LA show.
Did you
I was
try
like, oh,
email?
shit, Savon's here.
Did you try email?
Nah,
It's
damn.
Who Do You Know podcast at Savon.com.
At Savon.com.
I got that Parks. I ain't even thinking. I got to hit the email.
Yeah, that's it.
Need to know at Yahoo.
At Hotmail. Okay.
I vote to pass a vote for Savon to lose the O completely and go back to the D.
Damn,
Well,
based
can
off
we
of this,
get
based off of
what
this run?
happened?
Yeah,
I don't want to just go right quickly
based
to
off
losing
of the
O.
run. Listen, it's a little misleading. It's a little misrepresenting. Savon the do implies that he's out there doing, and
He was doing.
I mean nothing for us.
Nothing for
Nothing for us.
Nothing that had anything to do with us.
Yo, it would be times where we would walk up and him, Tiny, and Keeb would be standing together, and then Keeb would just run, and Keeb and Tiny would go start doing something. The Don would just chill.
He was probably.
I was like, wait a minute, what the hell's the Don doing?
He was remaining
chilling?
active on the Joe Budden podcast DMs, I think. Social media
yeah.
interaction.
Just in case a young lady had an issue with
media
it.
marketing.
Yeah.
True.
Social media marketing. That's
Yeah.
what he's doing. Yeah, I get it. No, I get it.
Well,
Customer
Well, you
service.
could have done that from Long Island.
Yeah. That's the thing about Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
It works everywhere.
Erickson over there like, I would never. I would never if I were afforded the opportunity.
I would have shot everything.
Yeah, this fucking guy. Yeah, I vote to have him go back to the dude. Where do you stand, Maul?
I don't know.
I'm gonna let him keep the O, man.
He did give me the Wi-Fi password in one of the venues, so that kind of...
It was on the wall, Maul.
Well, that's what he pointed to. I asked him for it.
It was on the wall.
He pointed me to the wall. So, I respect that.
So you vote for him to keep the O?
Yeah.
Oh, you missed pre-production. Parks, where do you stand?
I mean, he might be done.
I'm with Tall Young on this one.
Listen, man.
Roars.
He may or may not have took something home after the Rafties, so I'm gonna let him keep the O.
Wow. Split decision. Split decision. I don't know what we're doing.
Even though I asked him 7 times, yo, can you put some merch aside? Because I know it's going to sell out, and I left tour without any of the merch.
I didn't get any
podcast
merch
I'm on. But
Yeah, I didn't get that yellow shirt that I wanted.
Yeah, when
Sold
that
out.
restock.
Everything sold
When
out.
that restock, listen,
Don't
I
worry
better have a
about it. Don't worry
package sent
about
to
it.
the side as soon as
Don't
that restock.
worry about it, Savon the Duh. Listen, because we have a split decision, 2 niggas can call you Duh. I'm calling you the Duh. And that's the end of that, goddammit. All right, where would we like to go? You guessed it, Will Smith's bucket list. I got a few things to add.
Is August on there?
And it should be, goddammit.
not his bucket list.
And let me start. Well, that's
Is it
why
a different bucket?
y'all never want to acknowledge my fake beef with Will, but
No, we do.
Here we are.
We call you a hater.
Wait, after all this happened, you're beefing with Will?
I've been beefing with Will, but it's a fake beef. And let me say that because the podcast listeners, when I start talking about how much I hate somebody, y'all think it's like real hate. I don't really hate Big Sean. I don't really hate Will Smith. I bought He's the DJ, I'm the rapper. That doesn't say anything. I bought I Think I Could Beat Mike Tyson. I bought that one. Classic. Yeah, everyone simmer down here. Now, Will Smith.
You're like the white person. No, I'm not racist. I voted for Obama. Like,
Fam.
look at it. You bought a CD in '88.
It was 30 of us that bought I Think I Could Beat Mike Tyson, fam. That wasn't the one. But I don't hate Will. I just think that he could put the camera on some other things to make this a lot more interesting.
All right.
All of the jumping off of mountains is great. That's cool. Jumping out of planes, landing on your feet like some type of actor cat.
Okay.
Some type of actor kitten. I understand it. I get it.
Right.
I would much rather him put the camera on while all of this August Alsina bullshit is going on. That, I would like to say, this podcast called quite some time ago. And it's easy for this stuff to come out because when a nigga catch one of them type of bodies, not saying he did, not talking about anybody's wife that way, I have more respect than that. But when they do, they be thirsty to snitch. Mm-hmm. They be thirsty to let us know that it occurred. So how long did y'all think August was going to run around with "That's my godmom" line?
Yeah, he got sick of that.
Yo, smashing the godmom is sick. Smashing the godmom.
Wait, so is that like our
sick.
version when chicks say, "No, that's my brother. That's my bestie."
Godmom?
They freaked you with the godmom. That's my
sick.
godmommy. Fam, why do you need a godmom and you're 39?
Kinky role playing that y'all doing.
Like your parents is here, they alive, you well.
Right.
The God thing is over.
Yeah.
Y'all missed the idea of that.
That's funny.
That's sick.
So come on, somebody fill the people in because we do a poor job of filling the people in on whatever the fuck
Well,
we're
we
talking
reported
about.
a long time ago that there was some interesting Instagram captions between August Alsina and Jada Pinkett-Smith. We tabled that for a couple months. August has now put out a record. You know, what's the title of the record?
Who cares?
He's insinuating in this video that looks like
The name of it is Corin.
I fuck my godmom.
Corin, which the internets are saying
In
is
parentheses.
Jada Pinkett's middle name. That's just messy. That is so messy. Like, come on.
Is that her middle name? Is that Simone? That's her middle name? Okay.
He ain't even check. Yeah. See why you duh?
So in this snippet that went somewhat viral,
Look up August's sign, please. I have to know what sign is this messy.
Hey, yo, look up his birthstone.
Yeah,
while
we
you
need to
at
see
it.
his gemstone.
I have to know what sign is this messy.
okay, I'm gonna go with Gemini
Virgo.
He's either a Gemini, Pisces, or a Leo.
or like all of them,
Cancer.
Oh, yeah, or Cancer. Or Scorpio.
or all of them.
Those are the ones. Those are my 5.
so
Leo.
So all of them.
Those are my 5.
He's a Virgo. I
Joe.
called it.
Sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
That sounds about
definitely
right.
is a chick's middle name.
Nah,
a little Korean
we
in
don't
you.
move like
Damn,
that.
he's a paradot too.
He's a paradigm.
Wait, how old
Listen
is
to all
he?
the
How old is
musics.
he?
He's a paradigm.
How old is this guy, man?
I think he's my age.
Oh, all right.
Born in 92.
Oh, yeah. All right.
So he was born under a different moon.
That
His son
Hey,
rose
being
at a
born
different
under
time.
a different moon is hilarious.
he born under the cherry moon.
Yeah, he was. Born under a different moon.
A 26-year-old Virgo might be a little.
20s.
That's a little nuts. All right, so he's being messy.
Yeah, Virgos are messy.
Yeah, he's insinuating in this song.
Do y'all believe it or
that
not?
he is-
God damn it!
No,
Nah,
You don't believe it?
I don't.
I don't believe
I
it.
think it's sicker than that. I think Jada Pinkett Smith has allowed this guy to use the rumor of them fucking as a rollout and a way to save his career.
Yeah, I don't think anything sexual happened between them. I'm gonna be honest. I don't.
Well, y'all brought up that August was blind a year ago,
he's
right?
done some things.
I forgot
get some
I
rhythm.
forgot the blind rollout. He swear Houston.
people
I hope
don't even
People
know
are
what you're
not gonna
talking
get
I
about.
hope
Yeah.
Houston's all right. By the way, not the city, but Houston.
I know you're talking about.
That was fucked up.
That was fucked up.
That
We
was
never
my,
really heard much.
That was my
from him
shit
after
for a
that.
little month too.
That record?
Shorty can lose. That was a song, right?
No,
Nah.
Oh no, that was Flow Rider.
I like
What
that.
was Houston's song?
I think it was.
Oh yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, I like it.
Shake
Whatever.
that cat.
I like it or I like
whoa. I like that. I like that. Work that cat.
Straight to the
Work
point, man.
that cat.
Work.
Work that cat is nasty. Yo. Work that cat.
Yo, niggas was getting some nasty shit off back in the day.
Work that cat.
Work that cat.
I want to see a nigga write. I want to see a nigga write that in his rhyme book. Work that
check
cat.
that calligraphy?
Yeah,
Definitely
see how you
And
wrote that
I don't
down.
know
Spells
if
it
the song-
K-A-T too.
Yeah, for
he ain't
sure.
spell it right.
Yeah, we all did back then, Rory. It was KAT.
Work that cat.
That was our slang, our lingo.
Ew.
Anyway, yeah, shout out to Houston, man. But who was you talking about with the Houston rollout? Oh yeah, I
August
forgot
Alsina.
that August was blind. And then what else August did?
He put out that picture of him hanging himself, which I guess was for a video.
Oh yeah, then he did that. I forgot about that too. August has had a few incidents.
That's why I'm not rolling with them actually fucking. I think Jada's just a really nice woman to this young kid.
That's some
And
godmother
yo,
shit.
Yo, have at it, bro.
That's godmother duties.
Might be.
That's
I have too much respect to
Sick.
even answer the question, but this is nastiness. That's some messy
Filthy.
shit.
Yeah,
I think
that's
their
the epitome of
relationship
messy.
caught a lot of steam online, and this is the way to capitalize on it with his music.
Us artists are so bottom of the barrel. Like, look at what we have to do.
Yeah, but August.
That is nuts.
He got to find a different type.
Fuck
Look
Jada
at what
Pinkett
we
Smith.
have to do.
Yeah, but he got to find a different type of inspiration for a record though. Like, come on.
Sounds like a Pornhub headline.
Pac
Listen.
used her for half his career.
If Will and his fucking camera don't get over to August Alsina,
His whole
You know,
camp-
you know a red table is coming.
I'm not respecting none of this Facebook Live
no,
shit.
there'll be a red table. Will will call in from the Bad Boys 3 set. It's all good. It's all good, young man. I've
August,
known you since you were a little child. I
I
watched
love
you
you.
grow.
I support you. You know he gonna will give you
Nah,
that.
I don't want to hear.
In a Lacoste polo.
I babysat August.
Yeah.
I
You know
don't.
it's coming.
I don't want to hear it. You better shoot that nigga.
For real.
Will wouldn't do that. Will's such a good guy. He's another one of those nice guys.
Yeah, he is genuinely a nice guy.
Maul checking every week for the fucking updates on Bad Boys 3.
I think it's gonna be dope.
See?
I do. The first two was dope.
All right.
You don't wait. Which one of them you don't like?
Oh my god.
Because we had this talk.
both
He
of
was
them.
like,
None in what year? What year are we in? 2019?
yeah,
None now.
Oh, you hating? Bad Boys 2 is still dope.
Bad Boys 2 is dope.
I like both the bad boys. I think.
I like both of them too. But Bad Boys 2 is still dope. Like if it come on right now, I'll watch it.
That was when Martin was in his shit.
Yeah.
Martin hasn't been in his shit in a little while. I say that with all due respect.
Even then, it was still lower than what
All right,
Martin's fame used to
y'all
be.
about to try to hype me up for Bad Boys 3. Y'all can just save it. Let's save the time.
Well, are you gonna watch it?
Where at? An iPick?
Yeah.
No.
You wait for the Showtime premiere.
Touch me.
They can't get to 30.
Rory, they think I'm hitting my iPick for Bad Boys
They
3?
can't get to 30.
Nah. I don't need the lean back seat for this one.
Okay.
You're not sneaking in a Joe Burger?
Yeah, no, I don't need to order and dine. What is it, the dine and dash?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
cool
you
on that
cool?
one. I'll wait till that hits the menu button.
Nah, I'm eye pick that.
You know that shit is on the plane the day it come out.
Nah, I'm eye picking Bad Boys 3. I'm eye picking Bad
Yo,
Boys 3.
when it's on the menu button at home, I'll give it a view or two.
That's when you locking in?
Yeah, man.
Nah, I got
If Sin acting right, we can make it a little date.
Yeah.
Bed date.
On the couch.
Yeah, I live for the date in the bed.
That's a great date.
Underrated.
That's a great
Hell,
date.
niggas don't be feeling me.
That's underrated.
The date in the bed.
The only thing that fuck up the date in the bed is when Uber Eats get your shit wrong. That's the only thing that will fuck up the date in the bed. That's true. Like you get up to go get the food.
And don't let her be
and
excited.
then come back
about
and
that
shit
meal.
is missing, or it's the wrong order. It's like
Or the wrong house.
yeah, because then now you got to try to like get the money back.
Yo, we here. Come
reorder.
outside. I'm outside, and it's winter in New York. Where are you?
Where are my pancakes?
Shit, our bad.
Yeah,
They showed a clip on the news of one of the Uber Eats dude taking a sip of somebody's milkshake before dropping it off.
that's crazy.
Not
Imagine
crazy.
you go get the food and the straws already in your milkshake and nigga hands you the cup.
Nah,
It's like yo fam, like
nah, you know you get thirsty driving. Come on,
fam, you can't do that. That's
Quench your thirst with a milkshake.
with my milkshake.
I'm sipping.
and
I'm
then
sipping
hand it
some
to
of
me.
y'all milkshake
That's crazy.
and eating a few. No, that's why I don't work for Uber Eats.
Eating a fry, I can
That's
see
why.
it.
That's why you don't work.
Yeah.
That's the only reason you don't work for Uber Eats.
No, they would hire me. They hire anybody. They don't give a fuck.
I don't even think they hire people. I think you just download the app and like, yo,
Get
I'm
it
in now.
popping.
Yeah, what is the screening process?
Don't have.
Do you have a car?
Yeah.
No, don't have.
You don't even need a car.
No, don't
Do you
have.
have
You
a
got a
phone?
bike?
You got
You
a
can
bike.
walk.
You
You
can go
can
on a
walk?
bike.
Yeah.
Fam,
I'm not
don't
Uber
Uber
walk.
walk my food.
Do not. Yeah. Do
If
not
you
listen,
Uber walk
shit.
my food, I'm a Joe walk you
Listen,
down the street.
I'm trying to listen. I'm dead serious. If a restaurant is in a certain like proximity of where you're ordering from,
They walk it.
The app has it. Like people say they're walking, they're on bike or they're in car. And
Get the
it's
fuck
walkers,
out of here.
for
Don't
real.
walk my food over here.
No.
Niggas will walk your food, fam.
No,
Let
niggas
niggas
will
walk
walk
your
your
burger.
food.
Niggas walk your burger like 20 blocks.
Niggas walking down St. Nick trying to get the mall.
A nigga did that.
Downtown too. Like,
A nigga did that, and I opened the window and I looked because I was like, yo, did he? Because on the app it says walk. I'm like, this nigga ain't walk here.
Nah.
So then I opened the window when he dropped the food off to look. That nigga started walking. I was like, oh, this nigga walked here. That's crazy.
If you take the 6 train to bring my fucking food,
Yo.
Nah, don't put my food on the train.
Yo,
I'm
MTA my
fighting,
shit.
I'm
man.
fighting everybody.
I'm profiling if I don't want to open my door to the dude walking down St. Nick
Why?
with the Uber Eats food.
No, I want
Because
my
I'm
food.
afraid.
I'm hungry, nigga.
The fuck are you talking about?
I'm hungry.
Why?
Then don't order on
I'm
St. Nick.
scared.
I'm hungry. Fuck that. You got my food? Cool. I open the door.
Yo, speaking of being scared, this is a random thought, but when we was in the airport and they had the little drug doggy that's supposed to sniff everything,
Oh, yeah.
I think they was training this guy. This was a new dog. He was just attacking niggas.
I didn't see that.
Well, yeah, we was eating and we was tired. But I'm like, hey, there's no drugs on Grandpa over there. And
Nah,
here
that
here
Grandpa
come
be the
Maul.
one that got it.
And
Yeah,
here
in
comes
Cali?
Maul talking about, nah, he got it on him.
Yeah, Grandpa be the one to have it on him.
He didn't.
that
He
was his
didn't that
mule?
day.
He got that glaucoma.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
Grandpa
that's
got
all
to wear
it
the depends, diapers. They like, yo, his nephew or somebody was like, yo, bring this back. You know what I mean? Like,
It's part.
When we was coming at JFK, dog had a big ass sign on. Yo, don't play with me. Don't
touch the dog.
Don't pet me. Don't
I
give
wanted to
me-
pet that dog,
Don't give me
though.
a weird voice. Joe want to run up, hug the dog, cuddle, roll around on the floor with it.
I felt Joe on that.
No, I didn't. I was going to the TSA guy, and I was talking to the dog. He's looking for the drugs. I don't have no
Nigga wanna
drugs.
jump right on Joe's back.
I don't have no druggies on me, doggy. You're looking for the cocaine.
Nigga was gonna jump right on your back.
Oh, you little cutie druggy doggy.
That dog was like he was fed up.
That was a cute dog.
They
It
working-
was cute. It was
they working that
curly
do-
hair dog.
Yeah, but they working that dog too much though.
Yeah,
You can see it in his eyes.
Poor pooch.
He don't want to be at JFK. That nigga, take me to Central Park and
No,
throw
that dog is tired of sniffing things.
Yeah, he's sniffing ass for 10 hours a day.
Yeah, enough is enough, copper.
Yeah, I ain't shower.
I ain't sniffing no ass for 10 hours a day. Fuck you.
He's praying to put his nose in some coke.
Right. He wants some
Wake
action.
me up.
Word.
He wants some action.
Job sucks.
Oh, that would be a good thing for a little druggy doggy. Oh, you little druggy. Define the drugs, druggy doggy. You little sniffy coquina. All right, what else is happening? So Will Smith has not beat up August Alsina yet. Some other nasty shit going. Who else was nasty?
Speaking of putting your nose in places you shouldn't, I don't ever want to see Ghost put his face anywhere near Beyonce.
Trying to tell y'all.
How do you think Hope feels?
Listen,
We'll
dog.
find out soon.
You gonna put it in a rap?
For sure.
You know, when this story first broke, I was defending Ghost.
I think I did during the live show.
I was defending Ghost when this story first broke. But then the more that I watched the clip, Come on, Ghost.
You can't double down.
Come on, Ghost.
Yeah, because you was lightweight riding. Like, you was like, nah, that's like,
I was riding with he didn't kiss her on the lips.
But
the double shit.
Because you know what it is? This is my thing. Like I was just saying about Nipsey, sometimes you'll need your reputation to speak for you. Ghost is married. I mean, Omari is married.
No, we can still call him Ghost.
All right, Ghost is married.
The show is still going on.
We all we know of him is to be like a stand-up guy. Mm-hmm. Or I'll speak for myself anyway. Mm-hmm. All I know of him is to be a stand-up guy away from Ghost. Mm-hmm. So, you know, he comes off as a man with a lot of class and a lot of respect and just a great understanding of things. Mm-hmm. So the double kiss is probably, at first I was thinking just a classy move. Just a classy move to show appreciation for and respect for a queen. Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have
on the 8th and 9th watch.
You watch this video a lot, bro.
We had a long flight.
It's been quite the story.
No, I mean, we having fun with it, but again, I want to see another angle, because from that angle, it did look a little like
he caught a little corner.
Did he think maybe he was gonna do the left cheek and then the right cheek,
That's
and then
what I'm
realized that
saying.
she wasn't doing the motion, and then had to double up on the left cheek?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. The double kiss is awkward because you don't never know which way they're gonna go first.
Oh, he went left.
Yeah,
he doubled up. Doubled up. So it looked
I
weird.
don't think that
No, it was
Ghost
right.
is that brave.
Oh, he went right.
He went right. Yeah, he went right.
No, left if you're facing the TV.
But I'm talking about his their right.
His left.
That's how you know Maul's famous.
What you mean?
Nigga,
No,
we was watching on
stage
our
left.
phones.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. His right.
No,
He kissed
All right,
her
well,
right.
my left, goddammit.
Whatever. 6:15. He kissed the nigga. Like 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't know though.
Do you think that?
Don't
And
double,
what's the etiquette there?
don't double kiss my girlfriend.
So
No.
That's what I said at the show.
Fuck no.
Even if
Double?
even if your wife is like
Beyonce?
the queen?
My wife is the queen, but
She's
no,
the
don't
queen.
double
Talk
kiss.
about it, Parks.
You bow at her
No, but
feet,
like
nigga.
for the everybody else to call her that. That's what I'm saying, Parks.
Yeah, don't double kiss her.
Nah, man. Don't put your
Yo, y'all are crazy.
don't put your face on my girl's face twice, nigga.
But y'all don't think that Ghost really
No.
dapped up Hove, then bypassed Hove
And say, yo, move.
to
move.
blatantly disrespect Hove? I don't believe that.
No, I don't think so.
Sometimes the timing
It's the
is a
angle
little
of the
off.
video, man. It's the
You
angle.
know, with Beyonce turning her face back to pay attention to
Where's
the
he
show. I don't know. Parks.
So you know how like in different states and different cities they give you daps weird and shit? So maybe like the kiss etiquette is different in different states.
The double up is different in
Yeah,
South
maybe you go
Carolina.
left in the Carolinas.
Yeah, the dudes that do the dap up and then
Then the
fist
yeah.
afterward. I've left that fist there a long time.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Like
Cali,
in New York,
it'd be
it's either
different.
or.
They do some like different shit with the hand. You just confused.
I hate the dap
What part?
fist shit after.
Yeah,
That shit is
just
weird.
give me the fist or the.
But then there's
dap.
like a
yeah.
snap sometimes.
He's from
too.
Georgia.
Yeah, and a snap.
from
Like we're
Georgia.
doing this, then
Well, at
this
least
every
with a
time.
snap, you can
It's a
snap.
lot.
I don't need to snap.
I like the snap because it signifies the dap being over.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, once I snap, get away from me.
Especially when there's that many actions in the dap.
Yeah,
like
like LeBron.
need
I'm not
clarification.
snapping
waves
after
dap.
no dap.
You know what I'm not a fan of? I'm not a fan of the dap photo. Like when someone
Hold
comes
the
up
hands.
and daps you,
And hold the
and
hand.
then
You
it
gotta stay
holds
there?
it, and it's like, yo, let's take a pic. And now I've held your sweaty ass hand for 35
And then
seconds.
his man yell out, "Yo, what's the code for the phone?" So you gotta keep holding his hand till this man unlock the
The
phone.
dap photo.
I hate the dap
I
photo.
love the dap photo. I am the king
your
of the
go-to?
The dap,
I'm the
no, the dap
king
photo's
of the
very
dap
Jersey
photo.
City. That's a Jersey City
I got
thing.
mad dap photos.
yeah, you do.
Oh man, Rory hates
Oh,
all my
man.
photos. Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. All right, so y'all are blaming Ghost for this double kiss shit. That's interesting.
I want to see the other angle.
Double's too much, man. One kiss on the cheek,
All right,
that's
listen.
great.
I know that Rory's in the Beehive.
That's a fact.
Y'all don't think that BB hyping it sometimes? Like she gave the mad, I'm disgusted by you face.
right after. Or like, yo, fam, get away from me.
Just making sure the
Rory,
Beehive knows whose views is out here.
Keep your pink hands off of my laptop.
Keep your big heads.
No, you don't think so?
I don't think Beyonce overhypes anything. That's what I think.
Good point, Rory.
At all.
Good
And
point.
how dare you even think that?
Good point, Rory says.
That's
But
your
she
ledge.
didn't make a crazy face.
I don't know. She looked took in the back.
Because no one's ever doubled up on a kiss.
She did look tooken back. Mm-hmm. Fam, she turned around and looked at Tasha like, your friend.
Get your nasty husband, kinda.
Get your TV husband's mouth away from me, you peasants.
Tommy's gonna smoke both of y'all.
Go put his peasant lips on me. Oh, man, if Tata gets wind of this, good thing power's ending.
Word.
Tata be in power?
Tata gonna pepper spray him.
It's gonna be on the set
camera.
of Power. I'm glad we didn't get. See, we don't need footage for everything. I'm glad we didn't get footage of Hove's next 15 seconds.
Oh, I'm sure it's out there.
I'm not searching for it. I am not looking for it at all. All right, what else happened interesting in the universe? Anything? Avengers tickets went on sale yesterday. I purchased some just in case I want to see it when it comes out. Because I'm spontaneous, and that's exactly the movie that I'll wake up on a Friday wanting to see it, and it'll be sold out for the next month, and then you'll be pissed.
You're smart.
So I bought 2 tickets. Not really excited about the seats I picked. It was a 12:15 a.m. showing, but fuck it, got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Would you go with row A?
I'm gonna eye pick that one. Yeah, it's kind of row B.
Oh damn.
Row B, seat
To the left.
1 and 2. Yeah, right in front of the screen. Damn. Thanos gonna kill me.
Yeah, you gonna kill him.
Yeah, your word.
You gonna be the
You're
one to
crawling
save
his
him.
butt.
I was just about to say, you could be Ant-Man.
Yeah, y'all crawling his butt. What if Thanos' ass is that shit?
Yo,
That's galactic ass.
there's all types of galaxies in his ass.
What? Nigga put his dick in there and feel like some shit.
You gotta relax.
No, you're not gay if you fuck a fucking god.
Yeah, I think you are. Still,
You think so?
yeah.
What about a godmother?
No, not a godmother.
No.
You're a god.
Then you're just an artist.
Then you're a god.
Parks.
You're a god if you fuck your godmother.
August got a bucket list for Parks.
Oh yeah.
August gonna fuck Parks
You
up.
put it out there. I didn't put it
He
out
didn't
there.
say that he fucked her, Parks.
I thought he did.
And I wouldn't fuck Thanos, Maul.
You just said you
Okay,
would.
I don't know
No,
why
I
you
didn't.
checking in with me about that. Okay.
Because you the nigga that checked me about it.
You said Thanos got some galactic ass.
Sometimes
You said Thanos got a galactic ass. Those were your words. We can rewind the tape. That's what you said. Then you said, yo,
suggested you
nigga
might
put his
stick
dick in
your
that. Yeah, you was like, yo, there's some shit in Thanos' ass. What you mean? These are your words. You pinned these phrases, nigga.
the fact you keep repeating it
All
and the
right.
manner that you do, you know what time it is.
I'm
So
just-
stop it.
all right,
Stop
you're
it.
So
God damn it.
Maul's just not progressive.
Maul's not progressive.
Not a progressive thinker.
Hey, all right.
Yo, Maul,
I'll be right here when
Maul
I get
wouldn't
back.
take down Thanos.
No,
You know what, Maul? You're problematic.
you're right.
Wow.
I don't
take
think
that.
Maul
I never
could
thought
do it
about that.
anyway.
Hey, you're right.
You couldn't get Thanos' ass.
Is that his
cool.
style?
You don't think Maul could laugh? You don't think Maul could laugh off his drawers?
I'm cool.
His jokes wouldn't do it.
I'm cool.
Yeah, Maul was up there at the raft. He's standing on top of the couch being funny.
Over Meek.
Over dreams and nightmares. Oh my God.
That's not what Maul was.
Maul.
Cracking mad jokes.
Oh,
Dreams
now I
and
gotta
nightmares.
find
Yo, y'all be trying.
Talk,
Yo, that's
Rory.
a bum ass narrative. Y'all be trying to put out there about me like that's my
Nah,
my
you know
shit.
what? Yeah, I kind of felt Maul though, because you've ever been in the club, you standing on the couch, and Shorty come up and try to dub on you. I saw you trying to grab the wall, trying to get your footing, trying to catch a dub on a
That's
couch
not what I was
cushion
doing.
is mad
Rory.
hard.
I was just chilling, enjoying the night. So
You like this song a lot, don't you? Yo, pardon me, ma. You know Maul said, pardon me, ma.
Tell me about the things you
yo.
used to pray for at times like this.
Yo, that
y'all
mean.
are fucking
You ever be
stupid.
praying and like
Wait, no, hold up, Park. Let's finish cracking on Maul. Maul leaned over and was like, yo, that new Meek shit crazy, right? Maul, what you was saying over dreams and nightmares, man?
I don't remember,
Tell us.
man. I don't remember. It's probably just talking about.
She was into it, though. She was vibing.
I was probably talking about the club, the party.
She
you
was,
know.
she was on Molly. She was feeling everything.
What do you do when they get to the where do you work question?
I work in Queens. No,
yeah.
Today.
I just finished working at the Orpheum.
I don't know if that's where your work is, though.
Just finished working
The
at the
Fox.
Yeah, in the Fox tomorrow night.
Where'd you work before Queens?
Harlem?
I was about to say, maybe Queens too. The Bronx.
We're getting close. Hey, we're getting closer now. Goddamn it!
I worked a few places.
Oh man,
You offered to fly her up to Oakland?
Nah, fam.
Okay. Yo, got to show them all night.
The bus?
Nah,
Not even the bus.
wasn't that type of
Bust a
conversation.
chick from L.A. to Oakland.
It's only a little 5.
One day we're gonna have a real conversation on this podcast about how time-consuming cheating is, and how when you get older, you just don't have it.
I don't have time for that shit.
It's too much of it. That's
Why
what I
don't
said
they
before.
know?
It takes up way too much mental space.
Why don't they know?
Texting people I love gets on my nerves.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not trying to be attractive for the new chick.
Where I finally got to this place where I can just wear what I feel comfortable in.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with these women? Oh man. All right. What do you want to talk
Anyways.
about, man? I see Rory getting pink.
I finally saw Us.
I'm chilling.
Speaking of movies,
Park saw
I
Us.
saw Us. I enjoyed it for about an hour and a half, and then the last half just
After I got 5 on it, stopped.
That's not what Park said to me in pre-production.
I said, no, that's what I said. That shit is.
He lost his edge.
It was.
Yeah.
No, it reminded me of The Village. By
People?
no.
The Village is by Martian Shyamalan.
It was like, oh, this is gonna be a dope ending to this.
Another hoax.
And then it was like a really not
He one
good
of them directors that make you use the word hoax.
ending. Yeah, it was a hoax.
Did it go,
M. Night
did it go over your head?
Shyamalan.
No, it didn't go over my head. I was tuned in, and I was looking for all the imagery, and
Double entendres.
I felt like he got a budget, right? And he came up with a good little idea, and then he got to the end of the thing, was like, all right,
Forgot we had the right
ending to throw this around here, and then we'll just pull a little fast one on the end, and then it didn't really make sense. Like,
So this is the Fiery Festival of Movies?
kinda.
I'm letting Parks get his shit off because white people can critique the movie differently than black people are allowed to.
Okay.
Black people can't shit on us.
You're right. It's a great movie, and I ain't see it yet.
Support everything that Jordan does.
Absolutely.
Well, I thought that a lot of people were shitting on it because it was like not a horror movie, like the same way they were shitting on Get Out. They're like, oh, no, it wasn't dope because it wasn't really scary. But I was like, no, that was a really
intent,
fantastic
yeah.
movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, this movie it didn't really have that, like, it didn't have it to me.
I do think there was some type of deeper meaning that I got to see it again to really fully understand. I mean, I'll say that.
Okay. I look forward to his Twilight Zone reboot. Hopefully it's good.
Well, that's the spooky part. If you didn't really enjoy Get Out and Us, you got to be feared for your life out. The Twilight Zone is about to come out.
Well, that's true.
If you grew up on the Twilight Zone,
I did.
I did.
Yeah.
You didn't grow up in the Twilight Zone?
No, I said I did.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
he's an upstate. He was from upstate New York too. He's from like an hour away from me, so I'm like emotionally attached a little differently to Twilight Zone too. So I hope he does a great job with it.
Another Child's Play is coming out. Another Chucky movie.
Enough.
It looks.
I'm mad you even interrupted us to tell us that.
No, it looks good though. That's
What was the
funny.
last Child's Play?
Wait,
you saw?
hold up. Is that what he was doing over the Meek shit? Hold up. I can see it now.
Is that what he was doing?
Hey,
You fuck with Chucky?
not sure if you heard. There's a new Child's Play. Wait, how old are you, Queen? You seen that first Child's Play?
The first
Like,
12
shut up, nigga. This beat just dropped.
Or trying to get this IG story off.
That's the worst time to try to talk to a girl when she's trying to get an IG story off.
Oh, yeah.
So she'll get really pissed off. Like, just stop talking to you for the rest of the night.
God forbid your voice is in it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, because it takes them a half hour to do it.
yeah. She recording. She
That was
getting
the
that shit
perfect
up.
take.
Yeah, she getting that shit up to the right part of the song, and here you coming back. Yo, what we doing after this?
Sin
Like, nigga, nothing now.
Yo, you hungry?
Sin disappeared to the attic for 3 hours to come down with the Fashion Nova pick. I'm like, all right, enough, man. Enough is enough. They got you fucking slaving yourself at home. I ain't been in the attic in 5 years. She go try to find a bathroom that's not being utilized. All right. Yeah, you're doing a lot, man.
Y'all got a lot of bathrooms, man.
Yeah, too many. That's how I know when she's trying to do some creep shit. Cause it's like, fam, you know we don't use that bathroom 9 million feet away.
There's no toilet paper in that one.
Yeah, they ain't even clean. Nasty
Shit
as
don't even
shit.
flush.
You just going in there to try to get beautiful.
Dirty ass bathroom.
I love my baby. Shout out to her. What else we got?
Do you guys
Maul's
want
going to see Child's Play. Kevin Hart's new stand-up is out, where he
haven't watched
allegedly addresses the cheating.
Oh boy.
The cheating scandal.
Oh boy.
That happened a long time ago.
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay.
I don't know if he should be doing that. Some things you got to just let disappear.
Nah, he's a comedian.
Yeah, if he's gonna make it funny, then
talk about
He's
let's
a
hear it.
comedian, Maul.
You know what comes after that, right?
Going back home.
No, and what comes after that though?
Mental health.
No. You know, there's gonna be some more footage of him and another young
Harlot.
young harlot,
A hussy.
Yeah, you know that's gonna happen.
Patootie.
You know that's gonna happen.
No, I think Kev is righted his wrongs. I think that Spank has him in a good space.
A guy named Spank has him in a good space.
Don't diss Spank.
No, I'm not dissing Spank.
You don't know Spank?
Who's Spank?
You can get along with Spank.
I'm not saying
Spank got to change his fucking name from Spank. I agree with you there.
I'm not calling a grown man
Yeah,
Spank.
that's a fact. That's a big fact.
He's called ass.
Hey, I do it though.
And I don't know how you.
I do it, though,
How would
'cause-
your girl feel? Yeah, I'm about to go out with Spank. Fuck are y'all going?
Yeah, to Spank.
Oh, speaking of your girl going out, Maul got a glimpse of the new sipping paint.
Oh my god! Now I know
You
what
were
they,
inquiring?
Now I know what they sipping at the sipping paint.
What are they sipping? Mo?
Dick.
Dick,
Dick juice,
little dick shake.
little dick juice,
Dick and paint.
baby batter.
Word.
Fam, sucking dick at the sipping paint is wild.
So this is a thing.
Yeah,
I don't want us to talk
we were
about it too
bamboozled
much.
all this
'cause
time.
Last time we talked about it, like the sipping paint dudes think it's a thing, so they keep adding sin. Talking about, hey, coming to Jersey.
Yeah.
That's just as bad as the double kiss on the cheek.
for sure.
Yeah.
Don't ever add my girl about the sipping paint.
Don't invite my girl to no sipping paint.
Hell no.
They didn't invite her. They just hit her like, hey, coming to Jersey.
Just to let her know,
Yeah.
in case. In case.
That's an invite, by the way.
Hey, hey,
That's a new
100%
invite.
invite.
hey, sipping paint dudes. Sin won't be at the sipping paint. I'm not sure if you heard.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
We on to y'all shit.
We
man.
got a family to raise. Fuck out of here, the
Yeah,
sipping
no Ray
paint.
is doing that.
We ain't seen a pic of sipping or painting yet.
I ain't see a painting yet.
Hot asses. Fucking bunch of
That
hootie
wine does
patooties.
different things to people, man.
Niggas, they sipping dick and they niggas painting their faces. That's what's going on.
Sipping dick.
Sipping dick is.
Sipping dick. Sipping dick. Chicks is going to the sip and dick.
Now you come home and think, oh boy, is sipping paint dude. Like that's how they giving it up. They imagining still. No, bitch, it's me.
Yo, did you mean to do that? Fold your hat up so the tag could pop out the front?
No.
Oh,
It's an interesting.
Is it a new wave?
That's an ad.
I thought you meant to do it. The tag is hanging out the front.
Does it look cool?
No.
No.
It looks like a bazooka gum wrap comic.
Oh, then don't ask me if I meant to do it, nigga.
That's what
Well,
I had to
that could
ask.
be a
Maybe
wave.
that was just sauce. I was like, okay. He unlocked a new level of sauce.
You're an influencer
Who is he to
now?
criticize your
Maul, how
sauce?
long have you known me? And
fam,
how many times
I
have I
thought
unlocked a new level of sauce?
According to Joe Budden Fitch, you unlocked it a few times. Like,
The salt of the
salt of the sicko.
Hey, hold up, goddammit. It is the salt and the sicko.
No,
where's the salt and the sicko?
It's right there.
no Joe Budden.
All right, Kevin Hart's stand-up is coming out. I am going to watch it. Hopefully it can provide a good time and some laughs in this very dark time. I haven't seen it yet, so that's my hot take.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
I don't have anything for you. Netflix a little slow on uploads. We went on tour. I got back thinking I was going to get hit with mad new content to watch. Nah.
Ozark 2.
Nah.
Still sitting right there.
Yeah, I bought my iPad thinking I was going to have time to lay down and watch Netflix.
No.
Nah.
I ain't opened that iPad once.
Now I see the sauce, how you was giving it up. Yo.
I brought the iPad.
Back in room 112 where the iPad dwells.
Hey, not sure what you're doing later, but I brought the iPad out. Whatever you want to watch.
Y'all are stupid.
You can't even make a move when you're watching on the iPad in bed with Shorty. You got to hold the iPad up.
That's why that wouldn't be the move. Like,
Now you gotta get the little tilty case for it.
But it falls on the bed. Like it's
Yo,
trash.
Maul trying to get a chick to come back to the room and watch the iPad while Meek intro is playing is the greatest thing in the world. Maul, you can't do that while the intro is playing.
that's not what I was doing while the
It
intro
looked
was
like
playing.
it
That's
where I
not
was
what
at.
I was doing.
It looked like it to me and Van. I'll tell you that much.
You and Van. You and Van would think that that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Y'all two would think that. Yeah, I know.
Don't
Y'all
do that.
Two,
Don't try to do I'm New York Van.
You might be.
Kinda
Might
are.
be.
Look at Park.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking punch
Yeah.
up. I'm telling you, I'm a punch up the Park.
Nah, man. Yeah, because State of the
New
Culture is
York
kind of like
man.
the New York TMZ.
Yeah. You are
I can see it.
That's deep.
No, it ain't.
I did kind of like.
No, it's not. It's not really that
It
deep.
ain't deep at all.
I did kind of like
Rory.
how Van being 6'7" was trying to keep it low in the section. and then you was trying to keep it low with a big ass fedora on. No one's gonna see me over here.
They didn't see me.
Yeah, all right. Mad, too cool to blog footage of you in the spot.
Oh, you mean you were posting? Because that's definitely you.
No, that's Elliot.
That proved
not
it.
me.
That night proved it.
Now the fact that he came up with a theory that quick means that he really is.
Rory
I've been
is too
saying that was
cool to
Elliot
blog.
for fucking.
Elliot.
Yeah, no,
6
that's
months.
why it's you.
Fam, that's how every Scooby-Doo episode goes.
Yeah.
They blame someone else.
And it was them the whole time.
Sure.
Yeah, the fuck is Rory talking about?
Damn, I guess I'm him.
Yeah, you are. He is you and you are him. All right, what else is there happening in the world that's important?
Our NCAA brackets did not sound very successful or educated.
The Lions.
Houston, UNC, and Duke did not sniff the victories of success.
The Lion is going home.
Yeah. Damn.
It's over.
Not his fault.
Nah.
It's not his fault, Mo.
No, I'm not saying it's his fault.
Oh, the fellas didn't show up.
Yeah. Supporting cast. Missed
That's what
free
it was.
throws.
Well, also on the Knicks, he'll be straight.
Honestly, it always comes down to free throws in the NCAA tournament.
That's true.
Always.
RJ Barrett made the first free throw and tried to miss the second.
No, he missed the first one.
Oh, yeah, he
Tried
missed the
to
second
miss
and
one.
he missed the first one and made the second.
Tried to miss the second and still made it. Yeah.
RJ Barrett fucked that up. I didn't unfollow him on the gram, but he fucked that up. Cam Reddish, where were you?
He was coming off an injury.
I don't care.
Didn't expect too much.
I don't care.
But he gave it a go. He went out there and tried to contribute.
But it matters none because, I mean, I've been called that is the game they would lose, the Michigan State
you
game.
did.
I called it that morning. I think I called it last podcast. I've been calling it for a while. That was the only tough team in that bracket, and I just didn't think that Duke was ready for prime time. They wasn't going to beat that team. That team with a star guard, with the big dudes that they had, with the depth that they had,
The good coach.
It was and a good coach. Yeah. It was a large part in the game where Duke had a lot of bench players out there. I was like, no, that ain't gonna get it done. Can't get it done with these guys.
So who you like left?
Yo, honestly,
Auburn.
you took it out my mouth. Pause. Auburn looks nuts, and if they get homeboy back.
Which I don't think they will, but
I like Auburn. Michigan State plays who?
the winner.
Not Auburn.
No.
Well, Auburn has to make it.
I don't think they.
I like Michigan State Auburn.
That's a pretty small. I mean, they're big teams still, but not the usual players.
Well, the four left are not the usual players.
Yeah,
So whatever championship we get ain't gonna be that.
that's
They
true.
play Texas.
Well,
Tech.
Virginia was a one seed.
They play Texas Tech, Michigan
Who?
State, and Texas Tech, and then Auburn and Virginia.
Exactly. Michigan State Auburn, and that's gonna be a hell of a game.
Michigan State against Auburn in the finals.
Yeah, that's gonna be a hell of a game. And I got Michigan State winning that if homeboy don't come back for Auburn.
It's hard to go against Coach Izzo, man. He's a great coach. So, yeah, if Michigan State, if they get there, I think they're going to win it. But if not, I like Auburn.
Didn't you just say exactly what I just said?
No, I said if Michigan, meaning like Michigan State, if they get to the finals, I think Michigan State will win it.
Yeah, that's
But
what
if
I'm
they
saying.
don't, then I think Auburn will win it.
But who do you think has it if they play Auburn?
If Michigan State and Auburn play, Michigan State.
Me too. Parks, pick one.
Michigan State.
Rory,
I'll
pick
side
one.
with coaching.
I'll go with y'all. Let's go with Michigan State.
All right, Michigan State.
They always do well in the tournament. They just never win.
I'm not
Like-
sure.
They always get a cool little upset in like the Sweet 16, and then they're gone.
I'm not sure if y'all see any of the hype surrounding the Zion sneaker battle that they anticipate occurring.
Oh, so he didn't get the $150 from Nike?
They're saying
He won't
that.
be getting that anyway. Nowhere close to that.
I totally disagree with you.
Nobody has ever gotten that. He won't be the first.
Yes, he will.
No, he won't.
Yes, he will.
150 million.
Not 150 mil, but you said he won't get anywhere close to that. And
Coming in.
I don't think he will sign a deal for less than $100 million.
As a rookie.
Yep.
No, I don't think so.
Those are the conversations they're having now.
I don't think so.
They anticipate him signing his sneaker deal before the draft, which is in June. They're basing these numbers off of something, and granted, no one has ever gotten that before, but that's why you need your predecessors, so you could get the deal that has never been gotten before.
Right.
They said that the highest two deals were LeBron at like 80 million and KD at like 60 million. I think he'll eclipse them both.
My thing with power forwards and sneakers is that the shoe is never really a dope shoe.
You're like the Rodman that laced on the sides.
Basketball, like it's not for lifestyle.
But even if it's for, there are dope basketball shoes though.
You mean like the Rodmans that laced on the side?
Those were cool, but it was like it's like even those weren't like those became cool years after, like later. You know what I'm saying? Like hype beast kind of made those cool.
Time.
During the time they were cool because it was Rodman.
Yeah.
But I don't think Zion has the personality of a Rodman. He can't sell like Rodman sells. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see a company wanting to invest that much money in him when he might not. They might not recoup it.
I think you got Zion all the way fucked up. I think the Zion is a lot more anticipated than the Rodman was.
Hell no, Rodman could sell anything.
Yeah,
like what are you
Rodman
talking about? Rodman was a walking a show.
The Rodmans didn't last very long, Maul.
No, they didn't.
I think the Zion, whatever that appears to be, will last a hell of a lot longer than the Rodman.
way.
What are you talking about?
No way.
What about
You
Scottie
got Zion
Pippens?
fucked up a little bit.
No, I don't. I just don't think that he has the personality that would warrant a company to want to put this much money into him.
The power forward shoe.
Personality sells sneakers?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
The fuck? How, is that a question? Is that personality
Definitely.
sells everything?
That is a real question, by the way.
Personality sells everything
Definitely
on the
sells
planet.
sneakers. Yeah.
Okay.
You have to have personality. People have to like want to look at you and want to hear you and want to see you. Like, absolutely.
You like the Scottie Pippens?
The old
One of
ones?
them, I'm not sure which ones. He had a pair that I liked.
The all white ones with just a little red swoosh. were
There
dope.
have been quite a few athletes to lack personality and sell a sneaker.
Like who?
Pat Ewing, for one.
Not a lot of people wore Pat Ewings at the time.
Yeah, they were more.
That became a hype beast shoe years after Pat wasn't even playing.
Yeah, I only know the hype beef version of it.
I'm telling you that Pat had a shoe with not much personality.
No, I'm aware that he did, but I don't think they were as
No, he
popular
had. I'm
then
not.
as they were.
I'm not saying you can't have a shoe.
Everybody hated Barkley's personality until Nike made a marketing campaign around how much people hated it and sold a shoe.
Well, yeah,
but-
they're using his personality there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like that's what I'm saying. It just
And he's
fucking
still
has
one of the
per-
biggest
Well,
personalities
fam,
in
by
today
that
sports.
argument, every human in the world has a personality. So don't do that. When y'all say
Has a
you have to have
personality?
a personality,
Charles has a-
I'm thinking of you saying like a Chris Paul or Penny Hardaway, the rollouts they
the
had
nice
for
guy
his sneaker.
personality.
A personality that's that appeals to that market. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if Zion, and then I could be wrong, but I don't know. I don't see Zion
Yeah, that's
having
why I think that's
$100
a
million
little-
worth of personality.
I think that's a little unfair,
sell a
Maul,
shoe.
because college is not the platform to highlight anything about the kids. So I mean,
No,
that's
we don't know shit about Zion personality.
That's what
Yeah,
I just said.
I've seen him
I don't
joke.
know, but
I've seen him joke in the locker room in a few interviews. He's been kind of funny.
I seen him joke with the girl on
he's
the
a teenager.
FaceTime.
Fam, off pure jumping ability alone, and purely off of the visibility that he's gotten from college, it's worth $100 million. If he can't say a word.
But I've seen this before, Joe. I don't see nothing different from Zion or Blake Griffin. I don't see no difference. When Blake Griffin was at Oklahoma State, I don't see a difference.
I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is Blake Griffin wasn't half the prospect that Zion was coming out of college.
Because Blake Griffin didn't have the Instagram hype coming in from high school to college.
Yeah, but there's value in that.
I'm not saying it's not.
That's my point. So let's say that they're the same.
I'm talking about
let's say,
game.
even though I disagree, let's say that they're the same.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that social media today is not what it was when Blake Griffin came out, someone is to reap the benefits of that financially,
Absolutely.
which would be Zion.
I don't think so.
Zion's got a cool name too.
I don't
From a
think
marketing perspective, that helps.
Hey, put me on record. He's getting a buck.
As on
He's
his
getting
rookie
off
year,
the rip.
Nah, I don't
Before
think
the draft, he's getting a buck.
I don't think so.
And if he
I wouldn't be
don't,
shocked.
business was done wrong. If he don't get close to
I
a
think
buck,
he'll make that eventually.
business is
But
done wrong.
as a rookie, no.
All right, so go out on the ledge and tell me what you think. What you think the rookie sneaker deal will be?
For
But
him,
you said KD's was 60, his rookie,
That was 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
and KD when he was coming into the league, they were saying he was too weak. He didn't have like, of course, Texas and all that shit. He did great, but people were saying he wasn't going to be all that.
I don't think KD and Savon's not checking any of this, but I don't think KD had a signature shoe
didn't
in
have a
rookie
shoe
year.
coming in.
We're
Well, I
talking
was
about
asking when you said
the
rookie,
first
'cause-
sneaker he got.
everybody. First
We're
of all,
talking about the
back
Nike,
when
LeBron
the
got-
richest
LeBron got
Nike
what,
sneaker
90 as a
contracts.
rookie?
Everybody doesn't get a shoe coming into the league.
Of course not.
There's
Number
only,
one.
but I think 14 players now with a shoe.
Right.
Like something like that. 13 players now
Which is
in the
why
league with a shoe.
100 million
Again,
as a
Javon's
rookie,
not
no.
checking any of this, but I'm freestyling.
As a rookie, no, I don't see 100 million.
All right, well, what do you see? Just tell us.
He'll land probably between the 50 to 70 range.
Oh, I got him beating 70. I'll take that bet.
Okay, we can do that.
I'll take the bet.
100 million, I don't see it. I'm not saying at some point in his career he won't get that.
Listen.
Loser got to buy the shoes
And wear
And
them.
wear 'em.
and wear them.
And wear 'em. Not to stay on sports, the Odell press conference came out. Did anyone see it?
No, I didn't see that. No, no.
Damn it, man. I would have loved to have the conversation of, I think the press conference proved the point that I said a few weeks ago.
What was he saying?
He kept talking about how this would be one of the greatest things ever soon, and how, you
Him
know,
getting traded?
we don't realize just how monumental this is today as of yet. Just how he was talking. He said he had some business that he needed to finish up, some loose ends he needed to tie up. He didn't sound like the guy that's just so excited about being in Cleveland and is ready to take on Cleveland. He sounds like the hurt guy that I was talking about a few weeks ago.
Okay.
He don't sound as prepared to perform as everyone else that is looking at the Browns team on paper has him to be.
He'll be ready.
I think he'll get over it.
I don't.
Winning helps
For a
everything.
nigga that was on that boat in Miami, for a nigga that loves L.A. and the sun, for a nigga that was
Yeah, but
fucking
he
as
could-
many
he-
hoes as he was
but he
fucking in
could
New
do it.
York,
Allegedly.
Cleveland, allegedly, of course.
But that's my
Cleveland
thing,
is a very different ball
yeah,
game.
but it's not. I'm gonna tell you why.
You could
Because-
be out there with your friend all you want.
No,
I
but-
don't think it's going to be the party everybody else does. And again, I just like to use foresight on this podcast. So I hope I'm wrong because I want my brother to perform.
This is what.
but
But
I
you're
don't
missing
see
this
it.
though, Joe. All of that shit he was doing was in the off season. He can still do that shit in the off season. He can go to Miami in the off season, get on the boat with his homeboys. He can go to the club. Like all of that shit is in the off
That
season.
was not the off season
Yes,
where
it
he
was.
went and got on the boat in Miami. It was before a playoff game.
Yeah, it was a week of.
Yeah, but they had time off, is what I'm saying.
They didn't really, but he
They
took
did.
it.
They
He
had,
took
the,
it.
they had the Monday off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He took
so
it.
so it's like, okay, cool. He was in New York. He went to Miami. He's in Cleveland. He can go to Miami. Like, it's the same shit. It doesn't matter. That's why I never understand when athletes be like, oh, I don't want to play here. I don't want to play in this. What are you talking about? For $100 million, I'll go play any fucking way. I don't give a fuck where
You can
I'm at.
also fly
Because
whatever
after,
chick you
guess
want
what?
there.
After the season is over, you know what I can do? Whatever the fuck I want to do.
Yeah.
I can go to LA for a month. I can go to Miami for a month. I can go to Italy, Greece. Like,
In this age of players taking much more control of their destiny, I just don't see some of these players feeling the way you're saying.
listen, when you're a player like Odell,
They didn't ask him.
It doesn't matter where you
They
play
didn't
at.
ask him where he wanted to be traded, and they didn't care that they was trading him to his friend. They didn't give a fuck.
But what I'm saying is when
I
players
still
get
think
upset,
he didn't think that was happening, and I still think it's going to have a psychological effect once it's time to get in the field. And I still think with all of those very lively personalities, the second that he do some bullshit in that sideline, the Odell Baker show starts, and I'm watching it.
Yeah, but I don't think. I mean, again, you get traded somewhere, even if you didn't want to go there. You don't like the city. It's a small market. When you're a star, you're gonna shine wherever you go.
I agree with that
And
part.
that's so. It's like
Well, if you shine.
if you shine, if you play well, then that's
you
why I said
shine.
winning solves everything.
'Cause
So
I
if they
didn't
go
even
over
get
there and
into-
start winning some games,
I didn't get into the injuries that he's been having.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But winning solves all of that. If you go over there and win,
Listen,
there
I
is
only
no-
bring it up because I hope he's well psychologically. That's
He'll be fine.
That's the only reason that I bring it up. I hope he's able to perform to the levels of his talent.
I think he will because I think he wants to prove to people that he is one of the best receivers in the game.
He is.
Who has a better season next year on a new team, Odell or Antonio Brown?
Odell.
Where did,
I'm gonna go
where did
with Odell,
Antonio
too.
go?
Raiders.
Who's that
Derek
quarterback?
Carr. Derek Carr.
Numbers wise, Antonio, I believe.
So you say Antonio Park says Odell?
Yeah.
I say Odell as well.
I say Antonio.
I do like the moves the Raiders have been making, though.
I think Antonio has a better quarterback at this point.
Man, the Browns picked up Sheldon Richardson. The Browns went crazy.
They went crazy. The Raiders did, too. The Raiders picked up a lot of players.
That's
And they
why
both-
I think
and they
that's
both
why I
have
think
draft
they won't have
capital.
to double
The
up
Raiders have
Odell
a lot
the
of
way that they
draft
would.
capital. The Raiders are about to stock up. They're going to be tough.
Very interested to see what the Giants are going to do at 6. The Knicks beat the brakes off of Chicago the other night, so I hope they're not doing what they do at the end of every season, which is going to win streak. I'm just going to leave it at that, knock on wood.
Well, no, I think at this point they could win out and they still are in that 3 1 through 3, same
I hope
percentage
you're
shit.
right.
I think we're at that point now where they could win out and it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I certainly
I'm pretty sure
hope.
they're getting 1 or 2 pretty much guaranteed.
I hope you're right, young Roars and young Parks.
Yeah.
What else is there of importance that we need to discuss so the world will be at ease?
I don't know if you guys saw the unfortunate alleged news of Tech Nine, the battle rapper, and the case that he
I saw it.
had coming, which
Child
involved-
pornography
yeah.
case that was supposed to come on Monday. Apparently, he killed himself. He killed himself on Sunday. That's what they're saying. I haven't read toxicology, so I cannot confirm any of this stuff. And people are placing judgment, and naturally, people have a lot to say about this. I refrain from any of it. Who am I to judge? Number one. Number two, he's no longer with us. Number three, I need a lot before you start getting me to say the things that y'all are telling me to say about somebody, number one. And number two, even if all of these things are true, I would never begin to speak for why somebody may have not wanted to be here anymore.
Right.
Like, I can't say. I'm not there. I wasn't in those shoes. I don't know what else was going on in life, so I won't say anything about it. But those are the things that are being said out there. So remember him how you will. That's totally up to you. And I won't knock you.
Right.
Yeah, I think with how serious those charges were and him not being here, I need some more information before I just start going out.
Listen,
and saying,
we're in this place where niggas just upload some shit and now public sentiment has just changed completely. I won't do that. I won't do that. I didn't know the man in that manner. None of my memories of the man were in that manner. So if those things existed, I'm sure he'll have to deal with it wherever he is. Period.
It's just unfortunate all the way around. Like he's not here, for whatever reasons, and it's just,
yeah.
I'm praying for all of my brothers out there. Let me tell you that because I don't tell you often enough. I love and care about y'all. We in really, really dangerous times with some really wild things going on, and I love y'all. I care about y'all. I'm extremely grateful for every day that God allows us on earth. And it's important to recognize those things. It's important to have gratitude for all that we have. That's where I am. That's where I am today. The first quarter of this year has been rough. It has been rough. Like I said earlier, if there was a podcast that I would love to call out of, this would be the one. I really got to find out who to call when we want to call out of things.
each other.
Yeah, group chat.
Yeah, but that's crazy.
You got to say Cancun on 3.
Cancun on 3. Y'all don't want to take a fucking family trip with each other, and life is so short and precious and
No,
cherishable.
we said we doing it.
We need to take a trip, man.
No,
Just
we
one.
already said we're doing it.
We don't have to make it an
y'all
every
was
summer thing.
And then y'all was like, well, it's going to turn into a couples trip.
No, enough of that.
y'all
Leave
said.
their asses at home
That's
for
what
a
y'all
second,
said.
man.
That's what y'all said.
Hey, we can hang out with our friends out of the country. Y'all chill. God damn it.
We could just say we have a show somewhere.
Yeah,
No,
right.
they be wanting to come to the shows. Like, fam, you live with me.
They
I
don't
love
see
you.
no promo. It ain't no show happening. Like, I don't see y'all promoing it.
I know a guy that makes flyers. That's no problem.
Erickson can cook up some footage,
Yeah, we
post
good.
that on Instagram.
We're horrible, all of us. But it's okay. It's okay. Is there anything else that we're forgetting out there? Because I'm still mourning.
Yeah.
No.
I'm still in mourning.
I foresaw this podcast being a little shorter than usual.
Yeah.
I can't believe I made it through that Oakland show. I'm going to be honest with y'all.
Yeah, it was tough.
That was tough for me. Especially, coming out and doing that at first. That was tough. I'm gonna be
Very
honest with
tough.
y'all. I'm going to be very honest. Because my brother was killed at 33. So that hit me differently. Like,
Okay.
Right.
for a lot of different reasons. But, yeah, that was tough.
I think the fans and the audience really were a big part of me pushing through it.
Yeah.
I knew a lot of them felt the same exact way that we felt.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if for that moment, everybody just wanted to kind of escape that news. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were
That's what
telling
I'm
us in
saying.
the
Like,
tweets.
they bought their tickets to come see a good show.
Yeah.
None of us would ever envision something like this happening, and they still came. Even through some of them tweeting me like, damn, I feel like I should stay home, but I need to kind of get my mind off of this. And that's the exact same way I felt.
Right.
Like, I felt like, damn, but I mean, why do we have to end up on the road doing a show on a night like this? And then I thought to myself, let me get out of this self-centered bullshit. We lost the king. Who cares where I am?
Right.
Exactly.
Who cares what I have to do?
Yeah.
Like, let's get out here and do it.
Right.
You know what? Somehow I'm really, really, really glad and grateful that we found out in Oakland and got to do it in Oakland, because I really fuck with Oakland.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I love the
the
Bay.
people.
Bay Area
The
is
people
just-
in Oakland.
The Bay is my shit. They remind me of New Yorkers, but
That's
Cali,
what-
but
that-
Cali
that-
cool
yeah.
mixed with
Yes,
New Yorkers.
yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Completely agree.
I joke around up here a lot about how I don't really do well with nice people. The Oakland people just are different.
Yeah.
And not that they're not nice.
No.
They're all nice, but
But they're New York nice.
they're
They're
very
like
New York nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're with the shits. They're with the jokes. They were mourning.
Yeah, super
It would have been.
great.
I'm gonna be honest. It would have been
Everyone's sarcastic
very
out there,
hard
too.
to do that show the night before if we were still in LA.
Wait,
forever.
what? Fam.
It would have been very hard to do that show. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't know how that would happen.
Yeah, I don't know if the fans and being in the city at that time. I don't know if that would have been hard.
Well, I kept saying to Rory that I hope the news doesn't break that he's not here with us anymore while we're on stage,
Yeah,
That was our biggest fear.
because that would have been like really difficult. I was preparing. I was saying, listen, if that happens, I'm exiting stage left for at least 5 minutes. Somebody hold it down, because you need to gather yourself. You need to gather yourself, like, and that's the thing, man. People with these public jobs, like people I deem to be public servants. Like, when we got to go out there with the mask on and just not really tackle how we're really thinking and feeling about some shit is nasty, and I never want to be that. I never want to be that
Yeah.
person. I guess that's another reason I was really thankful that happened in Oakland, because I could share with them. And I guess if it happened in LA, I'd be able to share with them as well, and they would be able to feel me and understand where I'm coming from.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was a tough thing. We got the news. It was like none of us had a chance to even process it, and then have to go out and address it.
Right.
It was a really weird feeling to have.
And it still is.
Yeah, I still haven't processed it.
Yeah,
entirely.
Neither have I.
At
Still
all.
is.
At all.
And I wasn't around Nipsey for more than maybe 20 minutes my entire life, but it's just that, and watching somebody from afar,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and having just brief conversations, you can get the vibe from them and understand, like, okay, this is somebody that's special.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why it really bothered me, because you knew that he was one of the special ones. And
Yeah,
he had a lot of
definitely
life
had
that he was supposed to live.
That
man.
aura. Yeah, the few times I was around, because he was a big supporter of Palooza. He came out and performed every time we was out there. Like he always brought the whole neighborhood out, and not just him, but like his whole crew were like the most polite people I'd ever come across. Like we've been doing this shit for a long time, all of us here, and we know what it's like when some artists be on their bullshit and their entourage be on their bullshit, and like everyone's got to be a tough guy. I need to do this. Like Nipsey's whole crew and him himself were like the most polite, kind-hearted. Like we're just here to support y'all. We don't need nothing.
Right.
Just we're here to kick it.
Right.
You embrace us, we embrace you, and then we out.
I appreciate that kind of energy.
Yeah.
Definitely unfortunate, man.
Yeah.
If you're a new Nipsey fan or wasn't a Nipsey fan,
Dope.
we welcome you with open fucking arms.
Yeah. Yeah.
If this made you want to listen, don't be ashamed to say you wasn't one.
Word.
Come stream this great discography.
Yeah, I'll never understand the people that are like, hey, you wasn't rocking with him
Yeah.
when he was alive. So what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what that means. I don't understand what they're trying to convey when they say it. However, you're welcomed.
You don't own fandom.
Word.
Yeah. However, you are introduced to this great catalog and this greater man, then please, by all means.
Yeah.
With that said, I want to end this by telling my co-host that I love and appreciate you gentlemen. I want to tell the fans I love and appreciate you guys as well. Tomorrow is not promised. We never know when this will be the end of it. All we could ever hope is to leave a lasting legacy for after we're gone. And Nipsey did just that. So I want to say rest in paradise to him, of course. Again, prayers and and love to his family, friends, his entire legion of fans, his community, Los Angeles, and anybody that this man might have touched with his words and his thoughts and just his actions. Lord knows I was one of those people. We're all in mourning together, and we will need each other to get through this. So I'll end with that. Hopefully you enjoyed this podcast, and we will talk to you guys Saturday. Until next time, please keep us in your prayers. Lord knows we need to be there, and I bid you adieu. Wait, is there anything we need to promote? Where we at next?
We're
Denver.
back on the road.
We're in Denver next.
Yeah, in Texas.
Dallas, Austin, Houston.
I'm taking a fucking trip this weekend to kind of try to get my mind right.
Yeah.
And after that, we are back at it. Denver and the Texas run, right?
Yeah.
Denver, Houston, Austin,
Did we announce
Dallas.
other cities?
Dallas.
Or we didn't?
Yeah, Chicago, which I believe is sold out. Detroit,
Boston,
Boston, and
DC.
DC. Yeah.
Tickets are going fast for all those if they're not sold
Roots
out
Picnic
already.
tickets, I believe, are still available.
I believe so.
We'll
as
be
well.
there in Philly.
If we're coming to your city and we're selling tickets, it's because we have analytics to support that they're going to sell quickly. So
Yeah.
you should jump on it.
Yeah.